Hello, hello, hello. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Candlekeep Mysteries. Thank you to everyone who joined our Tearoth campaign yesterday. We had a lot of fun. And today we are keeping on with the Candlekeep Mysteries. We have jumped forward in time quite a bit. For those that may have not watched last Monday's, the Candlekeep Mysteries are very much going to be not chronological order, not sequential at all. And we're just going to see how that plays out and have fun with it of maybe things happened in the past that we forget about, or we mentioned something now that now has to happen in the past because we said it. So we'll see how that goes as we move along. But we were level 4 in the last campaign, and we've jumped all the way up to level 9. So many months have passed, a lot of time has passed since then, and a lot of new fun tricks and feats I'm sure that these characters can play with. We went also from a party of 2 to now a party of 5, so that's also exciting. We'll see how that plays off of 5 people to make decisions and move forward instead of just 2 with a very silent Wayla in the background. But without further ado, we'll kind of jump right into the story for tonight and set the scene of where these characters are finding themselves. So, like I said, this is not your first adventure with Candlekeep. You've done a couple. You're starting to get a name for yourself, and most people around Candlekeep know either your face, even if not your name, just by the frequency you're there and kind of you're talked about. Once you return on various missions and quests for the library. This time was actually a vacation trip you guys decided to take. It had been a while since you had heard from Tellis, one of the great readers that usually contacts you for a new mission. You're getting a little antsy, so Ryvar reached out to those that were available and around of, hey, why not just go to Candlekeep? You know, we don't have to be called there. Let's go do some reading, hang out, make a trip of it, and see if they need maybe any help. So you guys, just the 5 of you, couple may have been busy or wasn't able to join, but the 5 of you set off for Candlekeep and have spent a couple days there so far. And you've had about 2 days at Candlekeep just to do whatever you would like to do. So what I'd like now is, as a either reminder or since we have some new players joining for just this time, describe yourself of what the people of Candlekeep would see as you're hanging around, and what have you been doing the last couple days. And I'll go ahead and pull up on the Roll20 a quick map of Candlekeep. Specifically, like I said, the kind of outer portion of Candlekeep, outside the Great Library, just the inn, baths, stables, kind of basic town stuff that you could be hanging out in. So Angie, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Hi. My name is Ezra Ardmore. I am a wood elf, but I look a little crazy. Not like crazy, but like I got some stuff going on. So Ezra's like kind of short. She's like 4'5", 4'6", a spry little thing. She's very young, about 34 years old, which would be like 15, 16-ish in elf years. She has a prominent scar like across her face, and like separating that scar on one side, she has like a bright blue eye and then like a regular just like dark brown eye, and then kind of where that scar leads up to her head follows a streak of gray through her like otherwise really dark brown long hair. And she just has very simple, like a very simple kind of like tunic dress on, kind of a neutral color, with some like knee-high boots, and she carries around like it's bigger than a marble, but it's like smaller than a magic 8-ball, that she's just kind of like playing with all the time, kind of like tossing between her hands. It's her little orb, that she uses as her arcane focus. And that's what you would see with Ezra. She's just vibing. She's chilling.
Just private.
Yeah.
What has she been up to for 2 days with Candlekeep to run about in?
Listen, she just follows everyone around. She just wants to learn everything. She wants to know everything. She's particularly obsessed with, is it Ryvar? Is Zach's character? Yeah. Particularly obsessed with Ryvar. Like, what's he up to? What's he always up to in the morning? What's he doing? Definitely is like baking, definitely with Sprig. Lots of baking, lots of trying the bakes probably before they're ready. Just very excited and wants things to move like very quickly. Yeah. These 2 days are agony. It's 2 days. It's too much.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Emily. Will you Oh, sorry. I didn't
you're
mean to
good.
interrupt the
Hi.
hair.
It's always in the way. I am Opal Orion. Opal is a black tabaxi. She's hairless, so she would probably already get a lot of looks as a tabaxi, but gets about twice as many being not a normal tabaxi. You guys will probably know when she's out and about, she tends to kind of put a hood up. She's got kind of beige robes that have a hood attached, just to kind of avoid those stares. But she is a knowledge domain cleric, so the library is like happy place. So I think the last 2 days she probably has like a favorite spot in the library where she has just slowly like built a mountain of the books that she's gone through. Maybe there's already a mountain from the last time she spent some time there, and has just sort of like secluded herself as much as possible to really enjoy the time she gets to spend in the library.
Amazing. I will say, because the Great Library is very heavily guarded, you will always have an avowed escort. They're usually fairly respectful of like, here's a room, do your thing, I'll hang out outside of it, but you're not open to just wander around. But for the most part, you get your alone time and can read whatever you want. Usually it's best to request a specific book or subject matter, and the avowed will find it more quickly than you are, or you can just pick a random book and go for it.
My guess would be like on the journey she worked on a list so that when she got there she could like hand it to them and say, these are the books that I want. Perfect. So that they don't have to waste any time choosing.
Amazing.
Some real Matilda shit.
All right, Eric, please describe your character for us.
Yes, I am Thane Ensam. I am a Harengon, which is a rabbit folk. Mostly wear like slate gray kind of robes and a cloak that is usually up, but I also have little flaps that I can stick my ears through the cloak if I want to have my ears up or down. I have an eye patch over my right eye. You guys would know that traveling for a long time that I carry around this kind of globe, much like Angie's character. But when I shine a light through it, it reflects kind of the night sky, kind of in a 3D map that I'm constantly looking at when I'm just at night. I'm a black and white rabbit. It's about yeah, just mostly a rabbit. I spent the last 2 days pretty much living in the library. If they don't close, I would have probably curled up in a little ball and fallen asleep. But just with maps and mostly books on astronomy and traveling by stars and constellations, and that's where I would have spent the last 2 days.
Awesome. Zach, tell us about Ryvar.
Ryvar BrassScales. Ryvar is he's a BrassScale dragonborn, 45 years of age, a little bit past middle age for race of dragonborns, but you wouldn't be able to tell by looking at him. He still is tall and lean with muscle, very agile, especially for his age, and has these long, kind of dark red with a tinge of like orange robes that kind of flow over, sleeveless. That also has the hood that he can pull up strapped to his back, he has a long, dark wooden spear that comes to a sharp point, and hanging from where the blade of the spear meets the hilt, kind of like flowing orange and red fabric. Um, he is very, very a very stoic person, but doesn't mean that he doesn't have his fun. He would probably spend most of the 2 days chilling in the baths and relaxing and being pampered a bit. But also, he's probably picked up on the fact that Ezra, well, I mean, not even picked up on it, but because of the fact that Ezra is so into Ryvar's past and what he does, I would say that Ryvar probably plays into that sometimes and acts even more. Sometimes just kind of like when they're talking, just stopping back, just to kind of see what he reaction, laughing to himself as he walks away. But yeah, the rest of the time probably sparring with his newfound, what he would hopefully friend and. Definitely probably gets his ass kicked most times, but that's what he likes about it, And other than that, probably occasionally just stopping by where Sprig and Ezra are chilling out, or stopping in the library to check in on Thane and Opal, if just for a minute, serve it or not, he kind of sees everyone's good and having a good time, and
Thanks, Dad.
yeah.
Awesome. There's also a smithy there if you think Ryvar would, maybe help out with the local blacksmith.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, if there's a smithy in Candlekeep, even if it's just, he knows that blacksmiths are pretty touchy about their craft, and so he wouldn't force himself, but he would definitely hang out, ask interested questions, would for sure let it be revealed that he's a blacksmith, and if Smithy was willing, would definitely probably. Just even for fun, he would say, "You have any horseshoes that need me?" It wouldn't even need to be crazy. He just really likes the manual labor of it, the tediousness of it, the repetitiveness of finds meditation. And also probably, if allowed, tends to ready and damage.
Yeah, I would say you probably form a decent relationship with it's a dwarf named Carol, Hammerbind, and you have a pretty good relationship. I mean, mostly the stuff he gets are horseshoes and various repaired kits or something like that, and so to be able to work a little bit on armor or some weapons is I think a nice treat for him, to just have something new and different that's not same olds that he's just kind of used to doing every day. Awesome. Matt, last but not least.
Yes, I am Sir Thomas Gallent, protector of Candlekeep. So I was knighted not long ago for my efforts in protection of the keep and all the residents inside the library. Sir Thomas is a 6 foot tall human male, bald on top, but he has a huge golden beard that looks like he spends a lot of time maintaining to be wild but yet manicured. He is constantly wearing very, very polished plate mail armor, like insanely reflective, like purposefully reflective, to give high status that Sir Thomas believes that he commands. And he rides upon his trusty war horse, Binky, who is a massive horse and also decked out in horse armor. I think there's a word for that, but I don't know it. But Sir Thomas Gallent definitely knows it. And he spends his time mostly proselytizing his god Tyr, the lawful good god of war and justice. But I think he also is out in the sparring with Ryvar and Wayla, or will occasionally just watch and join in when he can find a chance.
Amazing. Awesome. So, as you've just described, you've spent about 2 days hanging out, relaxing, sparring, reading, whatever the case may be, taking a nice vacation just away from the everyday life, and again, kind of seeing maybe what more Candlekeep can need and visiting with some old friends. Near the end of your second day there, you all have kind of gathered together, or most of you all, some of you all, we'll find out later, have gathered together in a study room and were actually sucked into a fairy tale and had to get the denizens of that fairy tale sorted out, whatever big bad was affecting them.
As we
And then
do.
you came back, as you do, and you came back as if no time had passed. The avowed that was guarding you, maybe it was Sprig, maybe it was someone else, didn't think you were gone for the time that you were. You just seemed to kind of freeze for a second and then come kind of back into your bodies. So that you took as a reason to probably head out. You got your adventure, you've had some rest time, maybe it's time to head back to Baldur's Gate. So that was last night.
Oh wow.
And we'll find out what more happens in that fairy tale story another time. But that was last night, and this morning, seemingly ready to go, ready to continue your journey back to Baldur's Gate, you go to the Great Library one last time, say bye to Sprig, maybe say bye to Tellus if you're really feeling adventurous to break her routine of the day. Find Wayla, say bye, just say bye to all your friends. You're kind of heading back out of the Emerald Doors back into the Court of Air to head to the stables, get your steeds or new steeds, and head back. As you are heading out, who would generally be kind of the caboose of this group? Kind of head back more to the back of the group and not really take charge. I would guess Ryvar probably is leading.
I'll
well,
be
sorry, go ahead.
I'll be in the back because I will let Ryvar be the leader because Ryvar is certainly the leader. But I want to keep an eye as well, so I'll be in the back.
I was gonna say that if Sir Thomas had any inclination of doing it, Ryvar would just let him, but then also be make sure. But yeah, Ryvar doesn't call himself the leader by any means, but he does tend to just call the group together and gather everyone's attention.
Sure, definitely.
Thane isn't up at the top, but he is wandering. He definitely wanders farther ahead. Ryvar maybe has to.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Ezra would be doing the thing that kids do where they go all the way as far as they can go, still in eyesight, and then they wait and they wait and they wait. On my pony named Pork Chop.
Amazing.
All right. Then as you're exiting with Sir Thomas filling up the rear, Sir Thomas, as you are walking through the gate, you noticed this older dwarf kind of hustling to catch up to your group and kind of exits the Emerald Doors at the same time as you. Isn't really able to quickly close the distance. He's carrying a large kind of bundle in his arms and seems to be breathing heavily, and you can hear his breath even from probably still a good 10 to 15 distance away, but he is hustling in your direction towards you guys as you are kind of coming back into the Court of Airs.
Whoa, dwarf. State your intentions before coming any closer.
What's going on?
Everyone stay calm. I've got the situation under hand.
Do we recognize the dwarf or do we have no idea?
As he gets closer, ignoring Sir Thomas's warning to stop moving, none of you really recognize the dwarf exactly. You can see a very gray beard. You can tell as he gets closer, he's very old and still kind of hunched over. And you've been in Candlekeep long enough to know that he's wearing a custodial uniform, which is a robe as most people that work at Candlekeep are wearing, but kind of your dark gray, classic custodial colors that he's wearing as he's holding this kind of bundle and hustling towards you. Do you do anything to halt him from getting closer, or if not, he will approach you?
He's aiming for us. He's not just going.
You can tell now that you've stopped. He is coming in your direction.
Hey, hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hello, grandfather. Is there something we can do for you?
Grandpa.
As he gets up there, he takes a minute to catch his breath, and then his knees buckle, and he collapses to the ground.
goodness
in front of
sakes.
you.
Ryvar
whoa.
immediately jumps down and just goes to see if he's conscious.
Okay, as you kind of pull him over because he face planted basically as his knees buckled in front of you,
Is
you
he okay?
flip him over. The bundle kind of still falls out of his arms. I won't even need you to roll a medicine check. He is dead.
God.
Opal,
Oh.
Opal.
Yeah, I run up to him and cure wounds.
Does not
But we
work.
should probably get going.
He is with Tyr now. We should bury him.
Can I spare the dying? Does that work? It's a cantrip. I touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. It has no
He's-
effect on undead or contracts.
He's not like rolling death saves. He's not like dying. He is just
Okay.
flat out dead.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, oh,
You go
I'll
ahead.
help bury him if you wanted
thank
to.
Get him off the road at least, yeah.
We need to
Yeah.
bury him. I will go over and close his eyes and say
Well-
a
Well,
quick
hello,
prayer.
this man could
You said
have
he-
family. First of all, we don't want to just bury a
Oh,
random body
yeah.
without permission. I look at the bundle of stuff.
Yeah, I do too.
Do I recognize anything in there?
You kind of move the cloth. It was just kind of a linen wrapped something. You move the cloth and you notice that he was carrying a very large, very heavy book, which
Oh,
I've just shared.
No, my book.
I mean,
take a look.
Ryvar like expecting there to be like he does not care about a book. He takes the book and puts it over his shoulder, looking for something else. Like, oh,
the only-
that was literally at the exact same
Exact
time.
same- that was
both of you give me
I'm
strength
gonna clip
checks.
that shit.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm terrible. +0.
I clipped
8.
it.
Could I be looking on the body for anything that like could note if he does have a family? Because now I'm very invested in if he has a family.
Sure, give me an
Okay.
investigation check.
Oh, who is?
I got a
this
12.
man?
So as Opal and I'm sorry, you're a new one and I already forgot your name.
Thane.
Thane, thank you. As Opal and Thane both at the same time as Ryvar is handing it behind his back, grab it. You just have like a moment of pulling, and it's a dense book. And so Opal, as you get it, it kind of falls back at you and puts you on your butt a little bit as you catch it, because it's about over a foot by a foot square of a dense book. And that was why he was kind of encumbered, you can guess, of as he was shuffling, he was carrying this very large book, leather bound, but in very nice condition. It doesn't look like run down or anything. As you can see, it's called Candlekeep Dekonstruktion, but all of the C's are K's, and it has an author written at the bottom, Isajar, as the author.
Can I make a check and see if I recognize that name?
Sure, give me a history check. Angie, what was your investigation?
I got a 23.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just real quick, while all of this is going on, if he finds nothing else in the person's bag, he's just gonna slowly make his way to like the
Okay.
Ryvar.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm slowly getting a guard, and that's what I'm.
Mm-hmm. Great. Angie,
Wow.
or I should say, Ezra, as you search the body, you don't find much on this person. It seems that he was in his still work attire, so he has some like dirty rags in his pockets that he was probably using to clean. There's not much. He does have a kind of pin's name tag that reads Buron Stern Metal. It's Buron, Buron Stern Metal. But as you continue to search, you notice that in one of his pockets, he does have another name tag that is almost identical to the one he has in shape, and you can tell it's a name tag, but this one says Rooster Muffin on it.
Well, this guy has 2 names, you guys. I think one is better than the other. I'm just gonna say it.
What are
Obviously,
they?
Yeah.
Well, his one that he's wearing right now says Buron Stern Metal.
that's a strong name.
And then this one says Rooster Muffin.
Now that's
which
a
you
name.
can see.
That's a
yeah,
name.
that's the one I like also.
That name projects weakness to me.
If nobody has dibs on Rooster Muffin, I might like to adopt.
I'm going
the
to
name
call you
Rooster
Rooster Muffin from now on.
Okay.
Thane
Okay.
Rooster Muffin.
Rooster Muffin the bunny.
Rooster the bunny.
Rooster the bunny.
Cool.
I got a 28. Will that do it?
Lord.
We're starting real
Um,
strong.
you you notice that this has to be the author, and you kind of open the book just to see kind of what's inside the front cover, and you see kind of a almost stamp, a pressure stamp of a smiling dwarf with a builder's hammer stamped into kind of the front cover inside of this book. So with history, you might not know who this dwarf is, but you know that he's probably the author, and he's clearly of some builder's guild of some kind. But other than that, you've never really heard the name before. It's not like someone that you've come across as like a famous builder of something.
Mhm.
He just looks like clearly knowledgeable of construction of some kind. And that's about all you get just from the name. Do you continue looking through the book?
Yes.
Give me investigation. And
Are you-
around, go ahead.
I would let Thane look over my shoulder if he wanted
I'll
to.
be looking over your shoulder. But yeah, you can go ahead and hold that book because it looks like that book just killed that guy. So yeah,
Fair enough.
I
22.
switched the
22.
name tag from Burin to Rooster Muffin and put the Burin one in his pocket.
Okay.
Just so you know.
About this time, Ryvar, you approached a guard as both Opal and Thane start to search through the book and give it a quick look through.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm finishing talking to him as we approach. So anyway, yes, we tried to resuscitate him, but it didn't work. The man just fell down in front of us. But I'm assuming you have procedures for this?
Yeah, definitely. I've called for a couple more people that might be able to identify him, and we'll get this taken care of. Thank you guys. I'm sorry that you had to
This
do
is
this, I mean.
Rooster
Of course,
Muffin.
no, please, if you do find the family, please send the condolences
The muffins.
of muffins.
The muffins.
Muffin Men.
yeah,
the,
this
the
is
mu-
Rooster Muffin.
the muffin
Muffin.
people. The
Um,
muffin people.
I know
The
exactly where they
muffins.
live.
Oh, well,
You do.
that's great. Can you tell where
Why
would
didn't
that
you
be?
say something earlier? So,
Yeah, if
They don't live on Drury Lane.
Well, so you know where
So
they
you
don't live.
know?
Yeah, I don't. They sorry.
That
They
doesn't
don't.
really
I'm
help.
I'm just gonna keep.
There's a lot of other
looking.
streets.
yes,
And he
please,
just
thank
starts
you.
to like check to make
Bye.
sure he is dead, and kind of searches his body, and kind of does all that. And you can see a little bit distance away still a couple of avowed coming in your direction as well.
Did you find anything, friends?
Opal, as you kind of give this a quick look through, what was your investigation? Sorry if you already told me.
No, 22.
22. God. Okay. You clearly can tell that this is a book of blueprints of the towers of Candlekeep. This is detailed of how they were built, their structure, all the material used, a detailed account of the construction of all of the towers of the Great Library. With just a quick look through, you do also notice that there is a specific bookmarked tower. And as you look at that one in a little bit more detail, you can tell compared to the other ones you flipped through, this one's a little different. It has on its kind of underground basement level depictions of large mechanical things that are not entirely clear or labeled as to what they are, but there's clearly something different about this tower. And at the top of this page, this tower is named the Barn Door. And if you'd like to give me an Arcana check.
guidance. You get a D4.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, it's a 16, but I'll add my D4.
I'm just playing with Opal's hair.
I don't have any hair.
Hairless.
Well,
The backseat, you jerk.
I'm trying to find.
Yikes.
You jerk.
You're like kneading.
Yeah.
Oh, little biscuit.
Well, then I'm fine with that. 19.
19. You can tell that these are definitely mechanical devices that have a specific purpose, but that purpose escapes you. You know that it's different, it's for something specifically for this tower and how it's made, but you just can't quite put the pieces together to see what these strange devices in the basement of this tower are meant for.
I would, with the book open, kind of turn to the rest of the group and say, this was bookmarked. Does anybody know what this might be?
Let me take a look.
Okay.
I've seen
I'll
a
let
barn door before, but it looked nothing like.
two
That's
other
what I was thinking.
people.
I came from a farm town, so this could be, I could have some expertise,
I'll
definitely.
let two other
Arcana check? I have
people
pretty good
give
Arcana.
Arcana if you would like to investigate what the barn door
I have no clue.
holds.
It's an arcana. I
Yes.
do have proficiency.
I
And that's a natural 1.
I'll roll an Arcana check.
go for it. Yeah, I guidance you, Matt.
Okay.
If I
Making biscuits on
okay.
your armor.
Ooh.
I love this.
Definitely getting
Um,
mud all over your armor.
Yeah, I have a +0 to Arcana, but I rolled a 22 with the guidance.
What the fuck? I hate this game.
As you, Sir Thomas, look at this blueprints, and you can ascertain almost what Opal can, with maybe like a little bit more detail of these devices need something more to do their purpose, but you can't figure out what that purpose is. You just don't know.
I pretend I wasn't trying to figure it out.
Great.
I
Nobody?
cast guidance on you. I know what you were doing.
Well, that is a barn
Thomas.
door.
As you mentioned the barn door out loud and just kind of now showing the book around, a couple of Avowed have come by now and are starting to also tend to the body. And the guard kind of looks over your shoulder at the book and is like, "Oh, well, first that book shouldn't be here. Did you guys take a book
No,
from the library?"
What's the
Well,
book?
this man had it on him.
this book killed that man, and I'll point to the old man being carried
Okay,
away.
well, maybe you
Don't
shouldn't
blame the
touch the
book.
book if it just killed some. Let's put the book down. Maybe
I just
Well,
drop it.
killed someone. Okay, Okay.
So you said that. Sorry.
You're right. I did.
Can
So you're
I?
saying the
You
man
can
was
put your
holding
hands
this
down,
book.
Opal feels like really bad for having dropped a book. Like it was really just a reaction.
The guard turns to one of the Avowed and says, "Hey, can you call someone more? There's a book that may have killed this guy. I don't know what's going on. I'll help with this if you wanna."
I think Mr. Rooster was trying to bring us the book. It seemed like.
And the Avowed steps forward and, similar to Sprig, is in very similar purple robes, but this Avowed is a human, probably in late 20s, early 30s, roughly, and is a short-haired human. Steps up and says, "Oh, well, you can't take books from the library, so I don't know why he would be." Did you know him? You
Yeah.
you
Oh,
you
Yeah.
no
It's Rooster Muffin.
his name is Rooster.
Yeah, it's
Mr.
on his
Rooster
name
Muffin.
tag. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Well, and he kind of looks around and picks up the cloth that was there and kind of drapes it over the book again to not touch it, and closes the book and picks up the book and is like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna take this back where it belongs."
Excuse me,
Could- oh.
sir. This is Sir Thomas Gallent speaking, of course, recently knighted. I
Okay.
actually asked this person what their intent was before they approached us, but This person ignored me and then immediately died. So either they were killed by the sheer shock of the rudeness of their soul, or they were perhaps poisoned in some way, or a third option, this book is evil. Also,
or they were old.
Yeah. Also, we're not a suspect, are we?
I mean, not as of now. After examining
Okay,
him,
good.
it seems he died of natural causes. Wasn't any reason that I should be suspicious of
We
any
didn't
of
kill him.
you, but
We didn't kill him.
sure.
We didn't.
Okay.
You can have the book. It's fine.
Okay.
And I look at the rest of the party like,
It's a nice book.
Dang.
And he
Okay, I
takes
won't
up the
worry.
book and starts to like walk back through the emerald door, and the body is also taken back, not to the emerald door, but is actually taken more towards where the house of rest, the tavern and stuff are, as just kind of getting out of the open entryway. And as they start to remove the bodies and walk away from you, everyone feels the ground start to shake. And it's not coming from anywhere. It's just all of a sudden the ground shakes. Loose shingles start falling from some of the surrounding buildings. It's not like a category 9 by any means, but all of Candlekeep seems to be shaking.
Not it's
Nobody
And
not
as
panic,
quickly
nobody
as it
panic.
starts,
It's not me this
it
time, guys.
ends. Only probably about 5 or 7 seconds of shaking and then silence. And then a
Everyone's-
hustle and bustle of people starting to exit the library, come out of the emerald door, come
okay,
out of buildings, gather in the court of air.
I sprint towards the guy who just took the book,
Mm-hmm.
and I would love to, if I can, use the commotion of everything that's happening, run into him, grab the book, and like get out of like pickpocket, like make myself invisible, get in the crowd or whatever. So sleight of hand, stealth, whatever you want me to do, but like
Yeah. Give me a
my
sleight of
goal
hand
is
check
to okay yeah.
first at disadvantage because you're stealing a giant book
sure,
from
no.
his arms.
Makes sense.
Oh my god.
Where'd it go?
At
Replace it with another one.
disadvantage, it's a 16.
Okay. I think. Sorry, I'm just getting it. Okay. I'll say you don't necessarily. Well, now give me a stealth check because
Okay.
there are people coming out of the emerald
Guidance. Or
doors
if I'm,
now.
oh no, never mind.
No, I ran away from you. It's okay.
Yeah,
though.
he's probably too far.
14 plus 9,
That
23.
was 30.
Okay, so I would say that you are able to startle him enough in a jumble of falling down where you can kind of slide the book. He kind of sees it happening, but still confused as to he's just knocked down and he's just an avowed. He's not like a guard that's like on edge
Yeah.
by any means. And so he's kind of like fumbling with himself and then like looks and sees that the book is gone. And as he's looking up, you just dip behind some other people exiting and are kind of ducked down and just swerving your way back. And he's now yelling like, "Hey, come, what?" Like,
Yeah.
and following you, but doesn't see you, doesn't know where you went.
I get to join the rest of my party, and I just hold out the book and I say, "Someone hide this, please. Someone hide this."
Okay.
It's a big book, man.
Yeah.
I cast. We're still outside.
Yep.
Can I cast my cantrip mold earth to make a hole in the earth to drop the book in and then bury it?
I will say that the court of air. Candlekeep is like prestigious enough, and by this picture that I'm looking at, because I think mold earth is specifically with like
It does
untouched
say loose earth, yeah.
loose. So I don't
Okay.
think that the ground of the court of air would kind of
Okay.
qualify
Okay.
as that.
Okay, well then knowing Ezra, knowing what she tries to do, I'm going to use the ability that I have as a way of 4 elements monk, elemental.
Okay.
As an action, I can create. As an action, you can briefly control elemental forces around you. A harmless sensory effects, light or snuff out a candle or campfire, chill or warm non-living material for up to an hour, or create elements within a 1 foot cube for. You said this book was 1 foot by 1 foot, right?
It's a little bit bigger than that, but for the sake of this, yes, we'll say.
Okay, well,
it's
for a whole
about foot.
cube, you'll see what I'm.
Yeah,
I
you
just,
can. Since it's a cube, you can probably like angle it down without a problem.
Yeah, well, and I'm not trying to, because I can only create the element, so I'm not trying to like, because I can't go into the floor just like he can't. But what I do is I just kind of like slam my fist down into the ground and like use my key to like whatever cracks there are in the ground, draw out just a bunch of sand and just like create just a pile of loose dirt there on the ground, and then I want to sit on it as if like something had like, you know what I mean, there's chaos all over the place, like just in case he does find us, like that's what I do. And I just looked at Ezra like
Nobody has a bag.
You're the one that you would have bag.
I don't have a big enough bag, but I don't know.
Did you steal this book?
Yes. I didn't like the fact that that man wanted to give it to us and they were taking it away. So yeah, we're a big deal here.
Tear, forgive me for the sins.
Can I tell if that ground shaking felt just like an earthquake or it felt like something different?
Give me a.
Are earthquakes a thing in this realm?
Yeah, I would say so. Give me like a Arcana or Nature check if you're trying to decide one or the other.
But we call them quakes of.
15 nature.
Okay. You can tell that this was a non-magical earthquake. It very much just felt like something in the earth was causing it, not like someone was shaking the ground magically.
Got it. Okay. I wonder why everybody's freaking out about an earthquake.
I'm not freaking out.
As you guys are sitting there on your pile of dirt and also a book that is just trying to hide it, you see the Avowed come by and is just kind of looking. Since you're sitting down, you are under a little bit more cover by your friends and those around you, so he doesn't immediately notice you. But he's trying to find your group again. You do see him looking. You also do see emerging from the front gate. Wayla is approaching, and then you see some of the great readers starting to gather as well. And so you see Tellus with a group of great readers. So people are kind of coming out and then starting to gather and discuss what just happened.
All right, does anybody have some rope?
Yes, I have rope.
Okay, this was a stupid idea. And I take all the dirt off the book.
No, the book is dirty.
And I just put the book like to my abdomen, like tie it around me, like lift up my robes.
Yeah, I'll tie it around you with my 50 feet of rope.
So cool. We are good.
We have never stolen anything before, obviously.
Well, speak for yourself. I mean,
am I wrong? Is this not a good idea for us to have book? We can take it back.
no, we should have the book.
Can I be
think it makes sense
honest?
to have the book.
What if we just take that page?
I was looking at the book earlier, and there's nothing in there that we can decipher.
What if we just take the page that shows the barn door? Why don't we just rip the page out, give him back the book?
Is that the only thing that's relevant?
It was a bookmarked.
It's true.
I'm not going to make.
I can always mend the page back in there if once we're done.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
untie this. Untie this.
As you are untying and opening the book to rip it out, you again, as the commotion is around, but you are able to recognize your friends enough. You see Tellus looking around, notice your group, and immediately starts walking towards you all.
Will they notice if I just tear that page out of the book? Like, are they would they?
She's looking at you guys because she's heading in your direction, but she's not like staring you down. So you could make another sleight of hand to do that. And if people are
can I try to
blocking you,
distract Tellus and be like, "Hey, crazy day, Tellus, this is nuts."
Tell us the good news.
I was gonna say blocking him, distracting, whatever the case may be.
All right, cool. Well, in that case, 22.
Nice.
Okay. For passive perception. She's not looking at you guys for anything
Yeah.
suspicious necessarily. She just recognized you and is walking towards you. You're able to rip out that book, close it. Do you keep it on your person still? Do you
Yeah,
drop it?
I put the page in my robes and then I hold up the book and I look for that avowed that I stole it from.
Okay. Do you call out or anything?
Yeah, I just say, "Oh, I got him. Don't worry. Found it. Safely returned."
You see the human avowed kind of like look in your direction, he's terrible at finding you guys and is like across the court of air, but like you're tall enough and he is looking for the book, and so he's like, and he starts like heading in your direction as well.
We found it in this pile of dirt. It's the craziest thing.
It is a good pile.
Well, she's very good, and I look at Ezra and I say, she turned him into a pile of dirt, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
I plead the
Exploded.
fifth.
At this point, Tellus and the avowed are walking up, and Tellus just crosses her arms. I'm sorry, you turned who into a pile of dirt?
Him.
Steve, I think was his name.
I think he said right before it happened, "My name's Steve."
Yeah.
I'm stealing this book. I'm stealing this book. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He was a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to steal, and so right.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
joking. We just, we caused magic explosion. The dirt flew, and he got scared and dropped the book and ran away because we saw the book and we know books important here. So
Sure. We'll pretend I believe that. And she takes the book and hands it to the avowed, and turns back to you all. So, as a quick summary of just what just happened, I was told that one of our custodians died
yes, he was the
Yeah.
first
at your feet,
He was the
Didn't
first.
kill him.
Yeah.
No, yes,
No.
and he was trying to steal a book,
that one. Yeah, that's no.
but not the one you turned to dust. There's 2 book thieves apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
None of them are
we
us.
had an earthquake. Is that
Mhm.
Well, that was between.
Yeah, the earthquake was definitely only level 9.
uh-huh?
Well, I
Well, I could do Earth
Did-
Tremor.
The
I
custodian
don't
say
say the
anything?
level
are we the
to you all?
same?
Did the custodian say anything to you all? Did
His name is Rooster Muffin. Right?
He
Opal?
didn't say
Right?
that though. We found a name
Yeah.
tag.
He didn't say anything before the book got
He
him.
didn't
Tell
say.
us the only
he didn't
information.
say anything?
Tell us the only information that we have is that the gentleman was very desperately trying to get our attention as the city and to us at this book.
Desperate.
As he tried to catch his breath from reaching us finally, that is when he keeled over. We
Mhm.
tried to resuscitate him. Unfortunately, we were unable to do so. We found 2 name tags on him. One is Rooster Muffin, and one is Baron.
Buren Steelmeister.
Thank you, that one.
We prefer Rooster Muffin.
And
Steelmeister. Well, there
Steel
is.
Medal, I think.
Steel Medal.
There's a Stern Medal, Baron Stern Medal.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes, there is
that's
a
the
Baron
one.
Stern medal on our custodial team.
That
Yes.
was, that
um,
was
No
the
Rooster
one.
Muffin?
And this was the
No,
book
I
is-
can't say there was a rooster
Maybe that was
muffin.
just his gamer tag.
Ah.
Sure. In this book, I assume you have been here long enough. You opened it and read it before they took it away.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
did you find
Did we-
anything of interest
No?
as to why he was
Good book.
stealing this book?
It's big.
The
Yeah.
K's are C's are K's.
Yep.
Mm.
There
Bit
was
of a
not
dry
en-
read.
there was not enough time to understand exactly why, but it seems blueprints of certain towers here. Progeny. Not project.
I
Yeah.
imagine there's several
Pedagogy.
books like that within Candlekeep. And people.
Is there a reason that
very
we would?
interested.
This is out of character. Is there a
Mhm.
reason why we would be wanting to keep this information from Tellus? Like,
I mean, not necessarily. Usually,
we've worked together on a
you
lot.
work together. If there is a problem, she usually is like, okay, go handle it. You know, like better you than
Got
me.
it.
I have other shit to do. So like, if you say like, oh yeah, there's more information, great. If not, like, there is a chance she could say like, okay, we're gonna go handle it, but like, it's really up to you guys of if you want to do
I
it.
think I can't really.
I mean, I'm just gonna look around at the group. She's like, I mean, it's
I think I
Tellus.
would So,
And-
do you happen to know where or what the barn door is?
Yes, the barn door is one of the towers here. It's not actually called. It's called the barn door by the way it looks. It's not referred to as the barn door officially, I would say.
Hmm.
But it is off limits if you are hoping to visit. It has been for as long as I've been here.
And
It's
why is it off limits?
it's been condemned. There was some events that occurred there. I honestly don't know all the details. It happened before I became a great reader, and has just been known as a place people aren't allowed to go, especially visitors.
I pull
Did
out
those
my
events
sword.
occur in the basement?
I'm not sure. It's just strange noises, weird happenings, that kind of thing.
Can I do an insight check?
Sir Thomas, why is your
Sure.
sword out?
Go ahead.
Whatever evil lurks in the barn door, I will vanquish.
Guidance.
We
to
really
that.
are rolling pretty well. I don't think I need it, honestly. 25.
Oh, then that one.
Wow. Don't take my guidance. You'll never get it again.
okay. 28.
Great. She's being truthful.
Okay,
Everything
cool.
she said is the barn door is just a tower that kind of looks like a barn. It's off limits to even those that have access to the library, and just generally people don't go there, and it's been kind of closed off for as long as she can remember. What? Why are you asking?
Ryvar,
about
there's
barn door?
nothing
Can
more
I-
that you
can
want to
you
say?
just-
Can we? Do you mind if the muffins talk to ourselves real quick?
Yes, if you have pertinent information as to what just
We're
happened.
called the Muffins now.
Yes, we finally named ourselves.
I'm more of a scone guy.
Excellent.
I know. I want to see. You know what's fine.
We need
And
to have a muffin meeting.
I take out the page and I hand it to him.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I look, and then I like look at you, Thane, and I like kind of whisper, and you're like, oh my gosh, if it's possible, if you'll let me do it for the flavor, I like take your ear out of the hood, and I like whisper in your ear.
For sure. Yeah.
and what I
my
say
God.
is like just as quickly as I can is, just don't like that employee of the library went against. That's what.
You don't have to say it so loud.
sorry.
As you're whispering, and Tellus is kind of glancing up at you, like she reviews the pages that you ripped out, looks specifically at the rip of the pages, and looks at you guys, specifically at you, Opal, knowing that you are a patron of Agma and should know better than this.
I could
And
fix
looks
that.
back. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can fix it.
I think we'll
I
let
didn't-
our avowed fix it, but thank you. Well, this clearly, as you said, is about the barn door, and these devices concern me. I assume you all looked at this as well, and probably already know this, but
Sir Thomas got a real good.
well, there you go. I'm sure you know then, Sir Thomas, that these devices that can propel this entire tower into the sky is very concerning, and I'm
Yep, I agree.
unclear as to
Oh,
when these were built or how, but I don't particularly want them in the basement of a
I
tower.
know.
So
And
Sounds
any-
awesome.
that
tower to
earthquake
be-
wasn't an earthquake.
I would guess not. No.
It felt like an earthquake.
Yeah.
It wasn't. But well, then tell us. We're going to have to ask you to use your position of power to give access.
I agree. I mean, you already have access to the inner ward of the Great Library. I think there is a ward on the door. I need to go find the first reader and ask how to get in, but I'll meet you at the tower. And
Tell
she
us.
heads off. Yes.
Sorry.
Tell us.
Do you
That
actually
was-
say that?
That was good.
Do I say I'm sorry?
No, does she say
Oh.
tell us?
I'm like at his like elbow, like and just be like, tell us.
And I just want to apologize.
Oh.
Meet me at the barn door, and she
Alright, yes.
continues on her way.
And then, like,
and you
he,
can see
like-
her.
Sorry, go ahead.
You can see her head back to the Great Readers, which is now included with one person in a white robe who you have never met, but you know to be the first reader, which is even basically one step up from a Great Reader. You have the first reader that handles a lot of the shit that goes down in Candlekeep. So she approaches them in a very hastened way and begins conversating with the first reader.
I almost on instinct, I just look over at Wayla and I say, Wayla, thoughts?
I mean, go to the barn.
I think she's right, guys. I think we should head to the barn now.
Let's do
I'm glad
it.
that
Pinky,
Wayla's
come
our
to
leader.
me. I jump on my
Wayla turns away
warhorse.
then and continues like helping people and like checking on them and doing her sergeant duties
Yeah.
and telling her guard what to do and everything. And it's just like,
so good at their job.
I
So good.
didn't even know I was close to these guys. Do you make your way to the barn door, wherever that might be?
I'm on my horse, but I double back and I get off the horse. I say, I just for the record, I disapprove of the name Muffins. I think we should really workshop this just a bit more. I think
Oh,
Rooster Muffins.
Thomas.
Look, I'm not a fan. I just don't like their
You're
consistency.
being such a
taken us-
doofus.
Every voice
It's
should
taken
be
us
heard.
so
Ezra.
long.
Have you ever had one of Sprig's muffins?
Can I be honest? And I hate to be the guy, but
Don't say it.
no,
Don't.
just
Don't.
too dry.
Don't.
Oh, come on.
This is too dry.
Ever since you've been knighted, your palate has gone up a status that is despicable to me.
I have to be at peak physical performance at every second just in case demons open up a portal in Kandlekeep, and I only have one
Yep.
cheat meal a day and I can't waste it on dry muffins.
I'm
One
gonna
cheat
cast
a
the
day.
cantrip gust at Thomas and just try to blow him back 5 feet. Make a strength saving throw.
I was gonna say, is there a strength check?
Yes, I will.
I'm just like so enamored with all of them.
20, dirty 20.
Yeah, you stand strong.
I pull my shield in front of me and I get down. Ah!
Oh, your hair
Alright.
looks,
Made
your
it,
hair
I
looks
just made him look
great.
cooler. I just
Yeah.
made him look cooler.
Honestly, that was really bad there.
Are you guys walking and talking or
Yeah, I think
standing?
we're walking.
Okay.
Walking
Okay.
and
Just want to make
talking.
sure.
Are we on our do we need our horses or should we take them back? What's the deal? Pork chop needs
You
to
were on
know.
That far?
you're on your way to the stables to get your horses.
Oh,
So I mean, you
Okay.
could have gotten your pony if you really wanted to beforehand, but
no,
animals are not allowed within the
yeah.
Great Library. So
I would
has no
express
leave.
my concern to the rest of the party that most likely it's nothing, but I don't like the fact that like, no, the fact that a Candlekeep custodian would like go against makes me feel like there was someone within the library.
Mm-hmm.
Trust that.
Well,
Has
shady.
anybody ever seen a tower take off?
I
Have
would
you ever seen that?
love.
No.
That would be. I really want to. If we could like stick around. If we can. I don't want to say we should make it happen, but
I
But
think,
if we
I think our
actually
job
really
is
cool to see.
specifically to make it not happen.
okay. Well, if the opportunity arises, we'll see what happens.
It seems like a win-win.
What?
The once in a lifetime event.
I just
All
look
right,
at
well,
Opal and I said, remember when this was just
So nice.
I'll like look at Thane and I'll like as we're walking, I'll put my hand behind my back for like a little high five.
Yes, I love that. Is Thane just? I gotta know. Is Thane barefoot? Like, are your long bunny
Yeah.
feet? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
On a Hero Forge, I could not put shoes on
Yeah, I love that.
These giant boots on a
Yeah,
tiny little
Ryvar's the
bunny.
same way. He's got this clawed scaled.
I'm riding ahead on my horse, and
You can't have your horse in the Great Library. They will not let you in through the emerald doors on a horse.
I tell Binky, be on vigilant watch. I will communicate with you if I need your help. Break through the doors. Do whatever you need to get to me.
Similar to like the
Kill the horse.
horse in Tangled,
Yes.
he like gets it and he is ready. Binky is
Oh
like,
my
Yeah.
god,
and
that
he's
is
just like standing at
canon.
the guards, like like
Binky-
ready to go.
Binky is the horse from Tangled. I love
Cool.
that.
Right.
Yes.
So I leave Binky right on the outskirts, ready.
And the guards that are there are like, are you seeing this art? He's like staring
I
at
like
me.
to think that he even like salutes. Like,
It is a little hoof salute.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh my
All right.
god.
As you guys, you don't know where the barn door is, so you just start walking. But knowing that it looks probably like a barn by what Tellis said, you eventually find, without too much issue, a 3-story tower that has metal shingles painted red on the top, which
Mhm.
is very
Mhm.
different than the rest of the towers and kind of stands out as the barn door.
This is the barn door.
There's
This
a
is the
big
place?
wooden door to enter, and on the door and on wooden signs nailed to the door is a sign that reads in common, "Danger, no trespassing."
Alice isn't here yet.
You see her walking up from like just a ways down as you guys do, so she'll be here in a moment, but is not like there as you arrive. So you have like a moment to do something if you want to. If not,
We just
Crazy,
go in without
crazy
her.
day.
Kick the door down.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
We're about to be let in.
What? That's not as fun.
and Tellis walks up and says, "Oh, I'm glad you guys got here. All right. This has an
We were about to
arcane
kick the
lock.
door down.
You
Yeah.
would not have been successful. I can almost guarantee.
I challenge accepted. And I kicked
Have
the
you
door.
seen these feet?
Give me a strength check.
Guidance.
I hope you break your ankle.
What is guidance? I
You
have
had a
it and I D4. To the attack.
To your roll, yeah. Or yeah, to an attack. Yeah. You can do it.
Well, it was, you said it was a strength.
Yes, strength.
Oh yikes. Okay, good. So that is 17.
You kind of
I go
get yourself ready
"Ah!"
and you just like Spartan kick it. And as you do, like you can feel the vibration go up your like whole body of like this door is not budging at all. And you just like kind of stand there like, ah. You don't take any damage, but you're definitely like,
I like help her put her leg down.
That was fun.
it looks
Is it
fun.
Like a tuning fork.
Now we know. Now we know.
Sure. There's an
You wanna
arcane
try?
lock on this door, which I would not have suggested you try to bust open, as you probably said. And she leans forward and towards the door handle says, "Jeopardy." And you can kind of see it glimmer a little bit. And then she opens the door and stands back and says, "I'll leave you guys to it then. Yes?"
Is that like the same password for all the doors, or
No.
is that just specific?
This is a specific password for this specific door.
If it isn't, if you're lying right now, I would change.
I would not be surprised. We'll
Just
probably
walk
change
up to
this
every
password
door.
as soon as we're done.
Jeopardy.
And she gives you one last nod, turns around, and starts heading back towards the emerald doors to continue to handle the situation.
Goodbye,
I salute.
Tellis.
She does not turn around.
All right, party. Before we go in, just know that we might fight some dangerous creatures here.
Yep.
I hope so.
And I want you to know that I have your back through thick and thin, no matter what
Okay.
happens, and that if there is evil, we will vanquish it together.
I always appreciate your attitude.
Go team.
Yep. Everyone, put your hands in.
For the muffin salute.
Well, okay. This is losing its muster a little bit for me.
Go.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Ryvar, you're a genius.
Hey, stop it.
Oh my god.
And as I like doing that, like throwing, like I'm opening the door, like the gesturing.
As you walk into the door, I can't remember how many of you I gave the dynamic lighting to.
Definitely
if I
me,
set
because
it up.
I'm blind.
I think I have.
I do have dark vision.
There we go. I'm just going to turn it off. So you guys should be able to see it all, but we'll pretend you don't
Yes.
see it till you get there. Okay. It's just a tiny room
Ooh.
anyway. So you are
Ooh.
at the ground floor. So you enter And as you do, let me actually check something.
Is
real
that all the way to
quick.
the left? Ground floor?
Yes, that is all the way out to the left.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm just checking what you're seeing so I can see the same thing
this
and
is
know.
cute.
This is cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
so on the ground floor, as you enter, you see 3 figures standing there. They are all in similar custodial robes and doing various things. Some are dusting the bookshelves behind as you enter. On the opposite wall, there's just a bunch of bookcases and a little table in the middle. There's stairs that lead up. So some are dusting the bookcases, one's sweeping the floor, one looks to be kind of like working on something at the table. And as you enter, do you just enter or do you like kind of poke your head in? Like, what do you do?
I just walk in. Is there a light source from inside, or is it pitch black?
There's light.
Oh yeah, I'll just walk in then.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm walking in.
As you
Hello, oh sorry, we did not expect anyone to be here.
as you walk in and say things, they like look at you, look at
Hey!
each other,
Where to help?
and they hold their brooms and they hold the brooms above their head and go,
Ah,
"Ah!" and attack you. Everyone roll
Oh, no!
initiative.
Oh, no.
I don't want to hurt him, but I do.
No.
It looks so nice.
Oh, no.
Oh, dang
no,
it.
that's not good.
Yeah, and
That's
if
such
you
a good
want,
initiative. No.
I mean, it's tight quarters, but if you want to at least put your tokens there so you can kind of keep track of where you are, go ahead.
We came in on
On the
like
right.
this.
Yeah, from the right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm gonna cower behind Ryvar.
The way I
Ah!
built my character, confined spaces are not his friend. I can almost do
Great.
nothing. But we'll see.
I used to have a rabbit when I was a kid who would fluff up his like chin fluff and like bury his face in it and sleep. So if
So
that's
cute.
That's what I do.
inspiration to you, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How do I put the initiative
You hit the little
tracker on here?
clock.
Yay.
You
Okay.
right click on our tokens.
Ba-bow. All right. If you guys want to add your turn,
You have
and
to
then
right
I'll
click on
adjust.
our tokens and click add
Oh, I
turn,
can't.
think.
But I could add it. No, whatever. I'll do it.
I think. Am I wrong?
Well, I can. I thought
I
in
know I can edit it.
yesterday we did it. Oh, and then you have to
Yep,
roll
I
or
can
not.
edit it.
Okay.
You should be able to click in there and edit it, I think.
Yeah, if not, I know
Yeah, I can edit
I
mine.
couldn't before, but why didn't you?
I can't do mine. Oh, yes I can. Just kidding. Haha.
Dirty?
Okay, so you all were able to
Dirty
Dirty
20.
do it.
Clean it up.
I don't know why you're being.
I imagine Ryvar in the bathhouse saying
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
Okay. Sorry, new tool, playing with it. All right.
No, you're
So
good.
up
Awesome
first, are the, as I refer to them, but you don't know them as, I'll just say the custodians,
Ooh.
instead of something
Oof.
else. So the custodians are up first. They rolled a 20. So they rush forward again, wielding brooms, rush forward and attack you all.
Great.
So this one over here will attack Opal. This one will run forward and attack Thane. And this one, avoiding the Dragonborn, will attack Sir Thomas. So Opal does a probably not 7
What is
hit.
it? Nope.
Nope.
He comes up and swings his broom handle at you, and you just kind of move out of the way, and he was just very rushed, and nothing happened. That's gonna miss you as well. You guys are rolling great. I'm rolling terribly.
Yes.
So Thane, you're quick and small and agile, and again, also just right over your head, and it's just like, oh God, you're tiny. And wow, I rolled a 4, a 3, and a 3 for
Oh,
all of these attack
damn.
rolls. So they all miss. So they are very flustered. They were not expecting anyone to come
Yeah.
in, and they just have their brooms. So they rush forward and just do 3 swings and a miss to all of you guys. And it is now Ryvar's turn.
All right, well, I'm going to step right up into the middle of these two here.
Okay.
And I'm going to, I love being a monk. I'm going to jump in the air and swing my spear handle first, so it's bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to, like, jump in the air and then boom to one side and boom to the other side with my extra attack. So
Okay.
This is the one to the left of me at the bottom.
Okay.
That is a natural 1. The one to the right, though, as I
There we
continue
go.
to swing, is a much better 26.
Yeah, so that one hits. Roll for damage.
So that is a 9 points of bludgeoning damage to the guy above me.
Okay.
And then I want to, I like land and I'm like frustrated, and I'm going to use a key point. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say just in case you were thinking of attacking again,
Uh-huh.
the person that you hit immediately crumples to the ground unconscious.
Okay, well then yeah, I'm gonna use my 1 key point to cast Fury of Blows.
Okay.
And as I land the guy that I missed, I just
Okay.
with my
They're just
unarmed-
custodians, right?
I'm knocking them unconscious so they don't hurt themselves or us. That is a 28 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
I'll roll for the second attack as well.
Does that hit?
6 plus 9, 15.
Yep.
For a total of 19 points.
You also
love
he
bugs.
drops. He drops.
All right.
So you gosh, you step forward, you look at both of them, and you just jump up. The guy that you missed the first time is a half elf, so he's just a little bit more agile and able to jump out of the way on the first swing around. The next one that you come around is a gnome, and so you just like crash down on your head as you on his head as you come down, and he just crumples as you hit him in the head, and then you turn back and just boom, boom, hit the guy elf again, who wasn't expecting it, just watched the other guy crumple under your blow, and he just also crumples down. So both of these guys are down.
And then I just spin my spear around and I look towards the other one, and that's the end of my.
Okay. God. I like knew this was gonna happen, but I still shook it.
Level
Sir
9
Thomas,
monks.
you're up next.
All right. After seeing that, Ryvar, they're just custodians.
They're
Sir Thomas, the
attacking us.
library killer. Librarian killer.
I rush over here and I go up to the last one, and
Okay.
I'm going to try to grapple him or them.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
That's an 18.
He got a 16. So you are able to grapple him.
I'm gonna put him in like a headlock. Who do you work for? Tell us now before I snap your head in the name of Tyr. That's my god.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep him subdued and see what his deal is.
Okay. Opal, we'll let
Oh,
everybody get a
God.
turn until we get back. See.
I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions.
Okay.
So they all
On-
need to make wisdom saving throws.
All of them?
Oh. I don't think the unconscious ones would make saving throws.
Probably not the unconscious one.
Their emotions
Okay.
have already been calmed.
They,
Can it
they go
calm
from
us
they
if
go
we're
from
feeling,
being
like,
like this,
stressed?
and then they go.
Yeah, is it a cone or is it a you choose people?
Well, if I could find it, that would help. There it is. It is a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point that I choose within range.
Okay.
So it's a 20-foot sphere, and I choose somewhere within 60 feet. So if I could get,
Everybody.
I mean, this room is like 20
you
foot
get everybody,
across,
yeah.
so
yeah,
you get
I'll
everybody
just get
in there.
everyone.
You
I'll just get
everyone.
everyone.
I
Everyone
will.
within
I
10 feet
voluntarily
gets-
fail.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna-
voluntarily
I'm gonna-
fail as well. I'm already pretty close.
Yeah, I'll calm everyone's emotions. Let's
Okay,
be
great.
honest.
What do we have to roll?
I'm
Yeah,
making
what's
Wisdom
the
saving
save?
throw.
I
It's,
I'm
oh wait,
gonna
no,
do
it's
this for
charisma
fun.
saving throw. Sorry, charisma.
Okay.
Nobody calms Sir Thomas.
It's a 16 save.
Okay.
Well, apparently Opal
I
can.
did get 15.
Okay, so we all just take a deep breath in this.
Yep. So
Basically, I
and you
make
see-
everybody indifferent about creatures of my choice that it's hostile towards. So I would like everybody to feel indifferent about everybody right now, so we can get some information.
I don't even
Perfect.
care.
So you see the cultist that's still conscious, like that's like pulling
The
at Sir
cultist?
Thomas. I mean the custodian. That's pulling at Sir
And-
Thomas, just kind of be like,
Flipped.
And you all would know
Hi.
that this will end if we hurt any of them or they hurt any of us.
I let go and just kind of like keep an eye.
okay, I'm gonna take us out of turn order now
Should
that
they
everything's
join the
calm, and
muffin
I
then?
assuming we're not doing anything.
I was just
So-
gonna hold produced flame in my hand, so just like I have a fire.
Hello, my friend. Why did you attack us?
Well, I had to. And he like looks a little confused as to like why I did die, but I think they're cool now. But like what? And the
Are
guy in front
so
of you is
cool.
a human. He looks a little later, middle-aged, probably late 40s, with kind of the salt and pepper hair starting to come in, but it's just kind of like drops his broom and is just like standing there, a little confused, but still calm, not like coming at you with any sort of aggression.
Is this desk really there?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Can I? No, you go ahead.
I feel like Ryvar is just annoyed with the effects of this. Find
Okay.
anything.
Give me investigation.
Guidance.
Gotta love a cantrip
Hey,
guidance.
15.
15. On there, you don't see too much of note. It looks like some just like, you know, notes on who's cleaning what when, a list of members of the custodial staff, just looks like some paperwork stuff from the custodians that would be odd maybe to be behind a closed door, but isn't outwardly nefarious, I guess you could say. And are you just looking at the desk specifically, or are you branching out to anywhere else?
I was just looking at the desk.
Okay.
Can I pick up the broom that the custodian dropped?
Mhm.
And then can I cast disguise self to look like the custodian
Sure.
with my broom? And I
With the same one that's still conscious, or one of the other ones?
basically it's probably just gonna, because you said they're all different races, right?
Yeah, so one's
So-
a half elf, one's a gnome, a rock gnome, and one's a human.
Yeah, I'll probably I'll just do like a half elf
Okay.
disguise
Just a
with the
generic
same-
one.
Yeah, so I like grow just because I can grow within a foot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just grow a little, like maybe like an even 5 feet. And then like my ears will go down a little bit, and
Okay.
the streak of gray will go away. The scar will go away. I'll look just like a little like regular little half elf with my
Okay.
little thing, and I have the broom and I go, look guys.
This could be useful. There's more of them.
I look for the name tag of like the one custodian that's not unconscious, just see if they have a similar
Okay.
double name sack situation.
Yeah, so you look at the oops, I moved the wrong thing. You look at his name tag, and on again in the same form that the kind of normal name tag was for the first rooster muffin, you see alpaca macadamia nuts as his name.
What's mine? And I reach into my pocket.
You don't have a name tag in your pocket.
I go search for the name tags of the other two on the ground.
Okay. As you do. Okay. You go up to the rock gnome, and the rock gnome's name tag that's sitting there is Chicken Peach. And then the last one is Cow Cotton.
And I turn to Alpaca Macadamia Nuts.
Yep.
What are these names? Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm not gonna tell you that.
Please?
Kudos for asking nicely, but I'm still not gonna tell you.
JMO, just for your info, calm emotions lasts a minute.
Okay, so he's still
Yeah.
calm as of now.
Yeah,
But
I'm
we're
trying to interrogate
probably
him.
like at least halfway through by now of the questions and searching. So
My
Stairs
intimidation is not working well.
Do those stairs lead up or down, or what
Up.
are those? Okay.
they go up.
Thane would just start kind of walking up the stairs.
Oh, Thane. Ryvar follows. Ryvar.
Okay. You just leave Alpaca there, or does everybody
Can
follow
I bonk him on the head with my broom?
I'm just taking a look.
to like knock him out?
Yeah.
Sure, roll. Roll.
There's
4.
only room for one custodian in these parts.
And then for attack damage. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Tell me if it hits.
Hang on 1 second. There's so many sorcerer things that I can do that I think I want to try. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to use, when I make an attack roll, an ability check reaction, and spend 2 sorcery points to roll a d4. No, that's not what I wanted. I have a thing that's like I can get advantage on something. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I can't read. Oh yeah, Tides of Chaos. I can gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw before regain the feat. I'm not going to use it on this. Never mind. So I got a 4.
Okay. So you go to like hit him on the head to knock him out, but you don't want to like injure him, so you're holding back a little bit. So you just kind of go whack and it just like hits him. Ow!
Lay down.
That would technically end
I was
the
gonna
spell.
say that ends the spell, right?
Oh man,
so
sorry
it
guys.
hits him, doesn't do any damage, and he kind of shakes his head, and then it's like, ow, what the? And he'll go to grab his broom back from you.
No,
Give
no.
me a contested strength roll.
This is my broom. You gave it to me.
No, I didn't.
Gave it to me.
So that's a 2 minus 1 is 1.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Then he gets it back from you and will go to attack you. So if everyone is going to be included again, we'll have to reroll initiative, or I'll just have Angie roll.
I'll fight him. I got this, you guys.
If it seems like Ezra is like not winning, I will help, but
Yeah, I'm still
Okay.
calm. My emotions are still calmed.
So
I'll peek
Angie,
my
just
head
go ahead
down
and
the
give me
stairs
a.
again and just watch.
yeah, I would say until he hits Ezra,
Yeah, exactly.
our group is still calm.
I look
And
at Thane.
I produce flame, and if he hits Ezra, I'm gonna.
I look
I
at
guess that's true. Everybody's
Until
still calm.
I look at Thane and I say, 1 platinum that this lasts 2 hits.
Against
2 platinum.
who?
Okay.
I'll take the custodian.
I'll take
All
some.
right.
Yeah, okay.
What'd you get, Angie?
What am I doing? Sorry.
I don't have
Initiative.
Initiative. Oh,
I have
initiative.
1,500.
What? I'm not rolling these dice anymore. So that was a natural 1 plus 2, so 3.
Okay, so he
The thing is, I
rears
think I know
back to
that.
hit you and gets a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And he does 2 bludgeoning damage to you.
Ow!
grabs his broom from you and just like smacks you onto the shoulder and thinks he's like gearing up and do it, but it's just like, and it hits you, and you're like, just kind of say, "Ow!"
Ow!
Do we all unleash on the guy?
You're all still calm.
Oh, yeah,
Once
okay,
he
never mind.
attacks, oh yeah, I don't know, because he would have to
It's just-
attack
yeah,
Ezra.
them.
Yeah.
He did attack
Ezra.
Ezra, you're no longer calmed,
Uh-huh.
but everybody else is still just watching and not hostile to
He
him.
did just attack me.
But
You're
isn't that an
hostile to
ally,
him.
though? Doesn't it say ally?
Oh yeah. So if he attacks Ezra, it's if
Oh.
he attacks any of our allies.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
it's not just you. So yes, no one's calm anymore.
I still choose to be, though.
No one's calm.
I
don't
see.
I still choose.
I might not be under the text of the spell, but I just stay calm.
I would
Okay.
try
Go
to
on.
stab him.
Yeah, I would whip
Okay.
a fireball at him. Not the
We'll
spell
have you
fireball,
roll for the
ball of
next
fire.
round. So
Yep.
Angie, go ahead and take Ezra's first round attack, and then we'll have everybody else include if she doesn't knock him out.
Right.
Cool. I'm gonna he hits me and I just go, ow, and cast firebolt.
Okay.
Ah.
Because I'm guessing this is a level 1 or more.
Oh wait,
spell.
no.
No, it's like
Opal
firebolt's a
told
cantrip.
me.
Oh, it's a cantrip.
it-
Okay.
Are we in the library part right now? Is there any books around?
There are books around. There's like
I'm not gonna do it.
bookcases.
Opal told me not to do firebolt in the library parts.
We've had this talk, Ezra.
Good idea.
So I'm gonna do I'll do chill touch instead. So a little scary scaly hand will come out of my hand to
Okay.
do whatever it does. Okay. And don't forget I am wild magic.
But
Okay.
this is
that-
a cantrip,
Like,
right?
this is-
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, you don't have to roll anything.
that's
Oh, I
self-possessed.
thought it was I rolled and it was not a natural one. So I did.
Oh,
I
okay.
took that upon myself. So
okay.
cantrips don't count. I thought it was any spell I use on any turn.
I think any leveled spell.
It said
think
first
I
level or higher, so
Oh,
I
first
think
level or-
cantrips
okay,
are.
cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Then
Are we
never
gonna do
mind.
the
Ooh.
homebrew rule that because she didn't get a natural one next time, the next time she casts a spell, it's a 2?
I like that.
Ooh,
Just for fun.
Wanna throw
yeah.
that out there?
So you've done one.
Fun.
I'm gonna keep a tally.
So I did get a
This is fun to use that table, man.
24
The hit?
to hit. Chill touch.
Yeah, that hits.
2d8 of necrotic damage. 13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Ah!
You throw your hand out and this like energy, it does necrotic damage.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
black energy comes from your scaled hand as you just like touch him right on the throat as you send your hand out, and he just like is choked, and then you can just like see the life seep out of him, and he just goes limp in your arm and falls to the ground.
I look at Thane and I say, "You can pay me later." Pat him on the shoulder and start walking up the stairs.
I'm never gonna pay you.
Okay.
Oh, you
Two
believed
platinum in
in
my
me,
name in
Dad. I mean,
40 years.
Ryvar.
I'll let it through your tab.
Dad, I mean, Ryvar.
Dang, did you
Okay, I was
bet
like
against our own
1,000.
party again?
So far we're at
He just said they
830
get 2 hits in.
platinum.
Seemed like a safe bet. I don't know.
And
As
I turn
you
around and I
guys
say, got him. And I take the broom back.
come up the stairs, which one of you are leading up the stairs? And is
I
everybody
said I
following?
pushed past Thane, but Thane could have also, I could have just gestured you.
There's no way I'd hop in front.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just let you push past. it.
Yeah, for sure.
So
no.
as
I
you
lo-
guys
I-
continue up the
I
stairs,
roll my eyes and let him go.
does anyone stay in the first floor for anything else, or everybody heading up?
Come on, kids.
Head up.
As you head up the stairs, you
I
head
hate when you call
come
us
up on the north,
That's what
The
I was talking
north
to the
side.
lady down there.
and as you come around the edge and look, you see just an array of chairs around this room, and at 4 of the chairs you see similarly dressed custodians, but these ones are all roped and tied to the chairs,
Oh.
but they're conscious, and when they see you, they all say, "Hey, wait, what are you guys doing?" And they start struggling on their ropes, but none of them can get free, and so then
My
they kind of go silent
comrades.
and just
No trespassing in this tower.
What happened? Why? Who tied you all up?
They kind of look at each other and remain
You can
silent.
tell them. You can tell them. I say, still disguised with my broom. They're with me.
But you look as an elf, not as the half elf from downstairs, correct?
No, I did half elf.
Yeah,
Right, but not the exact
Yeah.
specific image of the one you
Oh,
saw.
No.
Then they just look at you incredulously and say, "You're not one of us."
Yeah, huh? It's me, Horse Cookie.
They all kind of look at each other and are like offended that you would call yourself that, and still just
Nope.
like,
Do
No.
we see this doorway here?
Can I?
"Yep, you see that doorway."
I am so annoyed with what's happening. I just go to this door.
Like,
Should we
I'm
start
done.
killing them till they talk?
Wait, no. I'll walk up. I'll walk up to one of them and see if there's a name tag in their pocket.
Okay. First,
They're
right now
tied,
you
right?
walk up to the door. It is locked.
Okay.
We'll come back to that. You just want to
Try
walk up
Jeopardy.
to the first one, like that's on this
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah.
That one does have a name tag in it. It says horse egg.
Oh,
Mike.
wow.
Egg.
And this person is a also a half elf, which looks a little younger than the half elf you saw downstairs, but still hard to kind of discern how much of an age difference. But the one downstairs was male, while this one is female.
I look over at Thane. I roll my eyes very exaggeratingly, and then I lean towards the door and look. Does this thing happen?
Sorry. It does nothing.
Heard that.
Damn it.
Well, we
It
should.
didn't work.
We should break through this door. These people are not going to tell us their mind has been
They're
corrupted.
Thomas.
Yeah.
I run up to the door and try to break it down.
Give me a strength check.
Problem.
Guidance.
Ooh, I rolled a natural
Slap.
1.
Never mind.
You run full speed at this door
Ow.
and just bounce right off and just like full shoulder into it, but just
Ooh.
bounce right off, and you take just 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, it's
Um,
gonna hurt. I start looking on the bodies of the
That's
the people
rough.
who are tied up for any keys.
They're like wiggling and like, "Hey, stop it, don't
Oh,
touch
hey,
me."
stop it. Don't touch me.
But you don't find anything on them. They just have their name tags, and that's about it.
All right, which one do you want me to torch first? And I'll just have like a ball of fire in my hands.
That one.
We're not gonna kill people who are tied to chairs.
But
And
they
there
all
are
kind of
books
do look at
around.
like and kind of like continue wiggling, but like
I did throw a fireball.
don't know what to
at
do.
everyone
Fireball?
that Angie pointed toward. No, not a. It's a ball. It's
Oh.
produce flame.
No,
it's
I
a
know,
cantrip.
I know, yeah.
Oh, okay. You
throw
throw
it
it
at
at
him.
horse egg.
Whichever one Angie pointed to.
It was
Angie, did
horse
you
egg,
point at
definitely,
horse egg?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. fuck horse egg.
Let's see.
First egg.
Could I?
He kind of flinches, but still holds true.
I'm gonna
and
let
doesn't say
you
anything.
decide what to do about this.
Mhm.
It says as an action, I can briefly control elemental of you. Can I like just all I'm asking is to pose disadvantage on his attack by like reaching out and trying to like curve the ball away from the.
Well, he didn't. Did you try to
Yeah, he
attack
threw
him,
it.
or
So
did
yeah,
you just?
he
I
threw
tried
it.
to throw fire at him. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just produced flame. I don't think.
No,
you,
it's
can you
it's produce
throw
flame,
that?
and then I can throw
Yeah,
it.
in the cantrip produce flame, you can
Oh.
produce a ball
I can
of
throw
fire
it up
and
to
then throw
30
it.
feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
So it's up to you as a DM. It doesn't like there's nothing that says that I
Yeah.
should be able to do that, but it
Okay.
just says that I can
Okay.
briefly
I
control
know.
elemental forces. So I thought maybe if I like could just
Sure,
oppose
if you're trying
disadvantage or
to-
just like not stop
yeah.
him from doing it, but just like
Mhm.
affect it in some way.
yeah.
You've
so
done
we'll
it before.
roll to
Yeah.
hit with the fireball, since you're
At
like
disadvantage.
throwing it to see, and then roll a disadvantage.
Right.
No, the book's not the
Ryvar.
book.
I rolled a 17 and an 18, so that'd be a 26.
Oh damn it!
Okay. We'll say.
You were
that
aiming for like
hits-
his chest, and I make it
Yeah,
in his
where are
head.
you aiming for?
Oh my god.
I'll-
So you hit like not on the rope, but yeah, just like straight to the shoulder and like scorch the face a little bit. And we'll say
Yeah.
this guy takes
What would be 2d8 of fire damage?
2d8.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
the-
mechanic
the-
in the
it's-
it's a mechanic
Oh,
built
okay.
into
Then
produce
yeah,
flame.
roll for damage then.
9 points of fire.
Better than firebolt, Mike.
Does it say anything about him catching fire if they are flammable?
No.
If it did,
Okay.
if he did, I would use the elemental attunement to put out the.
Okay, so you hit him and it scorches his neck, and he just lets out this like scream and just like and then goes limp in his chair.
Steal my name, horse cookie.
So who's gonna
Man.
talk?
I'm getting too old.
Can we watch the fire around the books, please?
I didn't miss. I hit it. Well, I would have hit him a little bit more dead on if Ryvar had. No.
Can someone help me
Guided
get
it?
off
Okay.
the ground?
Turtling.
Just can't get up with the heavy armor.
My armor is too heavy.
As one cultist is now unconscious, one still is standing firm, kind of the one most opposite from the one you just attacked. And he stands firm, but the other two start looking kind of nervously of just like, and like look at each other like,
Can I go look at their name tags?
okay.
Jesus.
The one next to
Let's go,
horse
Ezra.
egg,
Who's next?
the one next to horse egg is goat beat.
Goat,
And then you
this
have-
one.
And then
Goat
this one
beat.
right here is donkey biscuit.
No,
I want
no,
that one. I
refuse.
take his name tag.
Oh, you take his, okay.
I take Donkey Biscuit and I pin it to my
You
shirt.
walk up to Donkey Biscuit, and it's this half orc that like is pretty large in this chair, but
Mhm.
is still restrained, still tied. He goes, "Hey, no, 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 that's mine."
It's mine now, horse cookie. And I
Jesus.
All
And I
right,
pin it.
listen. Clearly, we can kick your asses. Either answer our questions, or we're going to knock you unconscious.
yeah.
burn you
Oh,
to
just
death, and I'll
unconscious. I
produce
mean,
flame.
that's fine.
Oh,
Oh,
for
well,
the
Well,
love
he's
of
just
God.
unconscious.
Well,
He
I'm
looks
gonna
pretty
cast Zone of
unconscious.
Truth.
Yes.
Okay.
that's good too.
It's a charisma saving throw.
Why didn't you just start off with that, and then I wouldn't have had to burn that guy?
Would you like me to heal you when you're bleeding out later?
No,
They all fail.
I'll heal you, Thane.
And
thank you.
if you resist, others will also need to, because again, this is probably still only a 20-foot room.
No, I
So
won't.
unless you're at the very edge.
I won't resist.
Absolutely not
Okay.
resist.
I resist
So-
for sure.
I resist. You have a +2 to saving throws if you're within 10 feet of me.
What is it? Wisdom,
Yes.
Charisma.
charisma. +3. You said.
+2.
No. 8.
Failed.
I got a 16.
It meets.
Okay. So all
If
the
it
cultists,
meets, it goat beats.
all the
Sorry.
custodians
Sorry.
have failed.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's try this again. What's going on here? Why are you here?
And you can see them all. One is just firmly like, I'm not gonna say a word. I'm not talking. Like I'm still, and that's the one that you have not
Honest.
gotten the name of yet.
Donkey biscuit? Oh no.
No, Donkey Biscuit and Goat Beat are the ones that were kind of whispering already, and so they're like,
I squeeze goat or Donkey Biscuit's face and I say, "Tell us what you know."
give me an intimidation.
Guidance.
God
I love
damn it! God damn it! It's
You get a
just
D4.
It's just as scary as it looked. It's a 7.
Mm.
Tell me what you know.
Like Billy Madison.
You're just like
Yeah.
mashing his, and
Yeah.
it's not that he's not kind of freaked out and intimidated. You're just like moving his mouth so much that he's just like, I can't, and he just can't make out
This
words
one's not
because you're
talking.
squishing his face so much. And across the way, Goat Biscuit, he can't really see what you're doing to his face, but he's just like knows you're like in his face and doing something. Assumes the worst, and he just blows out, "The Stonky's gonna take all the books in the sky."
What?
And on that note, we'll take a break.
Jesus Christ.
What? He's gonna
Said
take
this
a book
donkey
to the
is gonna
sky?
take all these books to the sky.
Yeah, what did he say exactly?
He said Stonky is going to take all these books to the sky.
I'm over it.
Donkey.
No.
No.
Alrighty, we will be right back. Stand up, stretch, get some water, and then come right back because we will not be long. So stay tuned. All right.
Hello and welcome back.
Hello.
My name is Ryvar.
I'm JMO. I'm the.
Switching roles. Okay. So, where we just left off before the break, you guys had entered the barn door, one of the towers in Candlekeep, and discovered more custodians that immediately attacked you, that you, as level 9 characters, were easy to deal with and instantly killed some of them. Decided to not waste much time and headed right upstairs where you found more custodians, but these ones tied to chairs. That I don't think I mentioned, but as they're moving and restrained, the chairs are bolted to the ground as well. So they're like in there. One of which, named Horse Egg, as you discovered, you threw a fireball basically at, and also knocked unconscious instantly. He passed out from the pain. He's still breathing, but he is still unconscious and out of it. The rest of the custodians refused to say many words, despite some interesting intimidation tactics. We had Opal cast a zone of truth to try to get some truth out, and finally, one blurted out, "Stonky is taking these books to the stars." And that's where we left off.
Who is Stonky?
Our leader.
Where is he?
He's the best.
Best. Our leader is the best, and I look at Ryvar.
Thank you. Oh, actually, sorry, Ryvar.
Well, I'm not the leader. Where is he?
He
Or they or she?
Donkey a no name or anything?
Nope. You haven't heard the word, name Stonky. You don't know a Stonky. Hasn't come up. The currently not named. No, that's Goatbeat. You haven't gotten him. Goatbeat continues to struggle as he says, but not says things, and
What's he saying?
he's in a secret place.
Secret place.
I look at the door.
Where is it?
And I look at him
What?
to see if he's like, is he in there?
No.
Go beat. Tell us everything you know. And I walk up and I slyly take the goat beat name tag and put it in my pocket.
What is with you guys and our name tags? I just seems
It's
kinda
evidence.
rude.
It's like a collect 'em all set, you know.
What's with the names?
Well, I don't have to tell you anything.
Yeah, you do. We'll kill you. I mean, I won't.
We're not going to kill you. Just
No, we might kill you. I killed that guy.
I don't think you killed him.
He looks pretty bad.
Burned.
He's like scorched and like like still breathing, but it's like like very raspy breaths.
Seeing that Thomas took Goatbeat's name tag, can I go over to the fourth guy and be like, and who might you be? Still thinking that my intimidation is
on his name tag. This one is staying true of not talking, not saying anything, not flinching when you come near, and you take his name tag and it reads Duck Bean.
Dang it, I took the wrong one.
I look at Duck Bean name tag and I look at Donkey Biscuit name tag and I look at Duck Bean name tag and then I give Ryvar the Duck Bean name tag. Do you want to be Duck Bean?
I don't want to be that. But I'll do it for you to make you happy.
Thank you.
Where is Stonky here in the tower?
Yes. And every time he says something, Goatbeat is just like
Up above a floor or down low?
he's not in this room.
Okay, that narrows
I think
it
we
down.
should go upstairs.
Yeah, we should.
What does their face look like when I say that?
That apparently.
Make insight checks.
Guidance to one person, whoever wants it, before you roll.
I mean, I got a 27.
Ooh, I got a natural 20.
Nice.
Jesus, guys.
Oh.
I did ability score improvements for every level, so.
Nice.
You can tell that they're kind of looking at each other of like they don't want you to go upstairs. It might not be because that's where Stonky is, but something's up there that they don't want you messing with.
Should we go upstairs?
Is
Yes.
Stonky upstairs?
Okay, I'm going upstairs. I go upstairs.
Yep.
No.
Yes, let's go upstairs.
Oh. He said no.
He said no.
Said no.
He said no.
Stonky's
Oh.
not upstairs, but maybe something else.
Yeah, let's quickly do a quick run
I'm
through
gonna check
upstairs.
still.
You want me to hop up there?
I'm already on my way.
Okay.
I run.
Ryvar
I run to beat him.
I'll try to
Guys!
hop.
45 feet of movement, dude.
That's
If I wanted to, I could jump so far, it would blow your mind.
it is stairs, so you don't like. I'm gonna say Ryvar still beats you just for.
And I'm like waving my
so you
arms
can-
as I go, so you
Yeah,
can't
you're
like
just,
jump
like, walking
past
the whole
me.
way.
Oh, and you're the mature one. All right, you're
As Ryvar like.
Yes, I'm the
quickly,
dad,
like,
you're the, and I probably
runs.
he like always sorry Jimbo.
No, go.
Because you're 1 year older than him. He calls the others kids, and he calls you grandpappy.
Grandpappy. As you make your way to the top of the stairs, you get to this third area, which by the picture you can see is basically an observatory. There's a giant telescope in the middle of the room, couple chairs also bolted to the ground on the other side of it. You can see where those metal shingles at the top of the barn door could part in front of the telescope, so you could actually view the stars at night. And this was once seemingly used as an observatory. But as you look around, the telescope looks different. It's not a normal telescope anymore. There's some kind of wheel like added to the front of the seat of the telescope where you would normally sit and look. There's a wheel added there and some sort of gem topped lever to the side of it. And there's also this like series of chains and wheels attached to various things of like chaining this telescope down to the ground, chaining other things down to the ground. Everything is secured to the floor, and it just looks like this is like a telescope, but definitely extra has been added to it.
Wow.
the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. As an astronomer, circle of the stars druid.
I look around to see if there's any people here or anything of, I don't know. I look for
Something?
I'm looking through the telescope.
You're looking through the telescope?
Like,
Does
yeah,
it look like your orb?
Okay, as you climb up into the seat of the telescope, 3 humanoid figures appear around you. And they
I'm
are
still looking.
large, lumbering beasts. Oop-a-doop. Let me get them in their spots. Boop.
Oh.
I'm gonna spend each
Boy.
of my turns in this combat looking through this telescope. So good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck to you too.
And almost in like a flash of lightning, as soon as Thane's hands and feet touch the chair and the wheel to pull himself up, these shoots of lightning just out of nowhere come in, and these like fleshy golem-like things appear. And they're like sewn together in various places, but there's like sparks jumping across and out of their sewn together flesh as they look. And everyone roll initiative, please.
Ah.
Were they like in the room already, or did they come from the lightning?
They seemingly appeared like from the lightning.
Mm. Oh my god, are all the
I'm
same?
doing terribly. I need to sage these dice or something.
Yeah.
Got a nat 1.
All right, let me get this thing going.
Yep,
Boop-a-da-boo.
still 9.
How do I reset it? Wait, there we go.
I think we can just
Aha.
click in. Oh, no. You're good.
Oh, I cleared it. Sorry. But I'll add you back. Don't worry.
I'll add you back.
I'll add you back.
Yes.
I love you. Always have.
Wait, why can't I add you back? I'm right clicking a token.
Hey,
Oh,
I just
'cause I'm
cleared
on
you.
The wrong one, that's why. Add turn. Add turn.
Party time.
Yeah. All right.
Big old classic 9 for Thomas.
Good
9
old
for-
9.
9
Sir
for
Tom.
Thane as
Sick.
well.
Oh,
I got a 3.
Mr. Thane.
please call me sir.
Please call me Sir Thomas.
Call me sir.
My father was a mister. Please call me sir.
Is everybody in? Thane?
Yeah. No. I started it. Yep. Sorry.
You're good.
Good God, who got the 22?
Ryvar BrassScales.
Oh my God.
Wow, guys.
You're
Okay,
my favorite.
Thane and Sir Thomas, what are your guys' decks?
14.
9.
Okay, well, you have the same decks as these guys. Sir Thomas, not Thane.
I was like, whoa, what?
These
But
guys are
I'll
just
let you go
flipping around the room.
first.
I have the same
Um,
dexterity as a golem.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. So at the top of the turn order, Ryvar, you are just looking around this room, wanting to see if there's people in it, and then suddenly there is a flesh-looking creature, humanoid, lumbering in front of you, seemingly brought to you with lightning. That just stands in front of you.
Great flesh golem
Thank you.
Ammo.
Thank you. Practice it a couple times today.
in the mirror.
Just like the shoulders up, down. What?
Jim, are you okay in there?
Yep, that's fine. Girlfriend's very confused.
I like that we can assume that Heather also calls her JML.
I was just thinking that.
Jessica Morrison, are you okay in there?
I can confirm she does not.
I just take out my spear.
Okay.
Oh no! What have we done? And I am just gonna like swipe at its abdomen, take the momentum, and then swipe at its head.
Okay.
First attack is a 23. Second attack is a 28.
Jesus. Yep, those both hit.
So that's gonna be 11 points of piercing damage. We roll that one as my piercer feat. Oh, but it's even less. And then 6 points piercing damage.
Sorry, say the first one again.
7 and 6.
There we go.
No, 11
Of
and
both
6.
piercing.
Both piercing.
Okay. I assume that you don't have any weapons made of adamantine.
No.
Cool. So as you come up, you stab and stab at this golem.
Yes.
Spoiler, if they're golems. And as you do, you just like get in there good both times. Doesn't seem to affect this creature at all.
I growl, take my spear, put it back. I'm going to use another key point to cast Fury of Blows. And this time, This time I'm going to use another key point to do what I did in the last session, where I breathe a little bit of fire out of my mouth, and the flames wrap around my fists as I then take both attacks with.
Okay.
And then the first attack is a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Woo! I'll just roll for the second attack. Second attack is a 11.
That hits.
Okay. I'm going to spend one final key to do an additional fire damage. So that is going to be a total of 19 points of fire damage.
19 points of fire damage. All right, I'm also gonna don't like read it, but just for a visual, I just sent you guys what you're fighting right now. So as you can see, they're not armored that much at all.
Yeah.
So likely low armor class because of that.
Yeah.
But as Ryvar now knows, could be immune or resistant to some things.
Since I didn't
so
use
19
sorry, yes, 19
points of
points
fire.
yeah, 19 points of fire. Since I didn't use any movement, can I just say like our weapons aren't good enough?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
say things even as you're like preparing your fire. Like
Yeah.
you can easily say something in that turn.
And then I'm just sitting there with flames around my fists. Okay.
Cool. All right, Thane, you're up.
Would it take an action to look into this telescope? If it does, that's completely fine. I'm going to do it anyways.
I would say yes, because it is using an object, basically.
Yep. Then I will
So yes.
use my action to look into the telescope.
I will say that the roof is closed.
Oh, well, if the roof is closed, yeah, never mind.
So
would not do
I
that.
figured you wouldn't if that happens.
Yep. All right. Well, I will bonus action change into a starry form. So I shine bright light through 10 feet from me, where like I just shine bright light. You see, just come pouring out of my cloak, and I kind of start to look like I look like a constellation. So my body is kind of being like connected by lines and kind of bright balls. Terrible. And I'm going to take the form of the archer. So like a constellation of an archer kind of appears around me. Trying to see if I can do this on this turn. I think it's next turn. So when you activate this form, and it's bonus action. Okay. So then as my bonus action, I'm going to make a ranged attack, which would be 15.
Hits.
On the one, which one got hit by the fire? The one all the way to the
one
left?
up here.
I'm going to do that one.
Okay.
And he takes, is it 8 plus my wisdom? Oh. He takes 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Nice.
Does it seem to have an effect on him?
Yeah, similar to the fire, it doesn't seem to have extra effect, but it definitely, as he gets hit with that radiant, it kind of sizzles against him, and he definitely takes the blow.
And then as an action, I will cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
So same thing, range spell attack on the same one. 21.
Yep.
So it's 46. 8, 9, 12 points of radiant damage, and the next attack against them has advantage.
Okay. Oh,
And that's my turn.
Oh, nice.
And I'll stay
Little
sitting in
collar.
the seat.
Okay.
Looking for a way
he
to
just
open these
leans over
doors.
and just pa. So you climb up into the seat and kind of look up there, and you're like, shit, I can't see anything, right? And so then you kind of lean out of the seat and just fire your 2 blasts at the one, just like whizzing past Ryvar's shoulder, and both hit him and do pretty significant damage, and he's looking a little hurt. All right, Sir Thomas.
I hear Ryvar's words about weapons not doing anything, but I know deep in my heart that my
gosh.
weapons will do something.
Damn
And
it.
I take a step forward, unsheath my sword, place my hands around my holy symbol, and I exclaim, "The righteous man is beset on all sides by the tyranny of evil. You will know my name is Sir Thomas Gallent when I lay my vengeance upon thee." And take my sword. I try to decapitate the golem.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Roll twice. Really hope I hit. Well, that's a 1.
Plus
but-
anything?
I mean, yeah.
He has
actually-
advantage if I know which. No, you're.
No, it's a different
That's my
one.
bad.
Actually,
looking at-
with that's actually an 11 to hit or a 10 to hit.
I was gonna say if it's a 10, it hits.
Oh shit! Even if it's a 1,
You cannot fail
I mean,
A
And
1 is an
DMs
automatic failure.
unless it's a 1 as an.
Oh, it is. Oh,
1 is
okay,
automatic
okay.
failure.
Fine.
I thought that was
Uh,
only if it was already at disadvantage or something. I don't know. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, you missed. Sorry.
I fumble. I'm a little. My ego's shaken up from trying to break through that door
So
earlier.
as you're like gripping your sword and you say all of these words, the golem just kind of looks at you and like tilts his head and like nonchalantly just kind of like takes a step back. That's like just enough to get out of your range. And you're
Ugh.
like so focused you don't notice. So you swipe basically where he was and would have gotten him, but it's just complete airball right in front of him.
I do have multi-attack, so I'm going to attack one more time and hopefully divine
Okay.
smites if this hits. Okay, there we go. That's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so I'm going to divine smite. Is this a undead or a fiend? I don't think so.
No, it is not.
Yeah. Okay. So that is 11 piercing damage and 10 radiant.
All right. So as your sword makes contact and goes into this creature, you notice that the contact of your sword doesn't even phase him. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't do anything. But when you pump that radiant damage in, it sizzles a little bit. And he goes "Argh," and kind of shrinks away from it of like, no, this was fine. Oh, no, it's not, you know. And then you take your sword out, ready to go. And how much radiant was it?
10.
10.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. It is now these guys' turn. All right. We'll start with this guy up here by Ryvar. Since you were just the one that attacked him, he's gonna attack you. Ugh, that was almost good. It is a 14 to hit.
14 misses.
Wow. And then a 9 to hit. So he, having just gotten burned and like hit with 2 bolts of something, he's just kind of like, oh, I don't know what this is, flailing his arms around and just kind of like swats at you like there's a fly buzzing around his head. And you just kind of dip out of the way easily, away from his lumbering form. This next one is
Doing the
going
Ollie
to
shuffle.
come up
The Ryvar shuffle.
to Ryvar as well.
Bring
He'll
it.
get advantage. That's cocked. That's a 19 to hit.
It's. Take it on the chin.
Hits. All right, and then he does. Where is there? It is. He does 14 points of lightning damage for the first hit,
Ooh.
Hi.
and then it's a 16 to hit. Oh wait, no, he has advantage. It's a 20 to hit.
It's.
And he does 12 points of lightning damage. So as you're dodging out of the way of the one in front of you, your focus is kind of on him, and the other one comes
Showboating.
lumbering up behind you and just takes both hands and slam on your shoulders, which wouldn't maybe cause as much damage, but as he does, lightning just is course through your body, and you just kind of like
Oh.
jolt for a second as you take all of this damage. And the last one is going to attack Sir Thomas. Wow, with a 12 to hit.
Pathetic.
So he had just taken a step back, and then you got him for that last hit. And so he just kind of takes that same arm that you hit and swipes it at you on the first one, and it doesn't hit. Second one is a 17 to hit.
Misses.
All right. So he comes at you with the one you just hit, clearly misses. The other one just bounces off your armor and does no damage. And that was an embarrassing turn for these guys. Opal, your turn.
Okay, seeing my friendo next to me being attacked, I'm gonna hiss, and then I'm gonna punch
Got
him in
you
the
a tap.
face and cast inflict wounds with the punch.
The one up here?
The one right in front of me.
The
yeah.
one up here. Okay.
Yeah.
You have advantage.
Cool. Since I have advantage, let's call this a 3rd level inflict wounds.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, I probably don't need the advantage because that was a 24 to hit and a 22 to hit. So yeah. And that is gonna be 32 points of necrotic damage.
Holy crap. So you hiss at this golem that just attacked Ryvar, and he just kind of looks at you and is like, what is this? And as you do, you just like palm him right to the chest, and this necrotic.
Can I get him in the neck?
Sure. You just like uppercut him right in the like chin almost, and all down his neck, just black across what would be veins, but it just seeps into the sewn together flesh and travels down his whole body as you hold him there, and it just like seeps into every limb, and he just like convulses for a second before you release it. He's still standing, but very hurt.
I hiss again.
And you said it was 32?
32.
32.
Wow, that guy's taking a lot of damage.
How much damage is your guy taking?
10.
Anything else, Opal?
No, that's it.
Great. All right, Ezra, last but not least.
Okay. Okay. So having seen everybody like jump into action, I immediately look at Opal and I just yell, I'm gonna do a fire one! And I cast 2nd level burning hands on this one here
Okay.
in front of me.
Give me that
Say that's
D20.
fine, Ezra.
Yeah. So he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And I'll roll. You said roll a d20.
Yep.
And it's a
I'm
1
gonna
or a
use
2.
Yep.
My reaction to give him minus
17. I
6.
finally roll.
And
You're
you're gonna
gonna-
use your reaction to what?
Cosmic Omen to make him, I think minus D6. So he gets
Okay.
-3 from his saving throw.
Okay. That makes it a minus because it's a dex save, right?
Yeah.
That's a -4 now, and
Nice.
so he is
So
at
he definitely
7.
takes that damage.
Yeah, you do.
And that is going to be 12 points of fire damage.
Okay. He is
as-
still standing, but very
then-
hurt, scorched and blackened, and very hurt.
Scorched. He's scorched.
He's scorched.
And then I just want to make sure I don't have any really sick bonus actions. You can't use a spell and then a spell on a bonus action, right? That's the rule. Okay. Then
Correct.
I will just look around to see if anybody saw how cool that was. And then that'll be my turn.
Great. All right, back to the top with Ryvar.
I look over at Ezra and I give her a thumbs up. Then I look at Opal and I say, I think you got this. And then I'm going to like, he's been a soldier. He's going to use his military mind to kind of like look at the field and take advantage of the situation. And so he ducks and rolls underneath this telescope to go right here. I know that gets it up.
Yes. Wow, 15.
15 does not hit, so I just duck there, and I'm still within 5 feet of the other guy.
Yep. You
And
just
then I
kind of
look at
roll
the
around
guy
him.
that Sir Thomas is fighting,
Mhm.
and the flames disappear from my wrists, and I kind of like make some Naruto hand motions, and then I push forth with both my hands with kind of a roar, and a huge gust of wind comes out of my palms towards this creature. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Which to do this,
It's a 4.
It's a 4. Okay, so this is called Fist of Unbroken Air. On a failure, it takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage. This is magical. 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and it is
Okay.
pushed 20 feet in the direction of that. So, hoping.
Interesting. Okay. So it says bludgeoning damage, but it's a magical ability. So is it magical
I mean,
bludgeoning? Does it say either way?
I mean, it's I guess that's up to you to decide as DM. I'm not. I would consider it a magical ability,
Mhm.
but it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. It's like, do monks use magic, or do monks
Right.
like, you know what I mean? So
I think with yours, because it's like a elemental blend of being a monk and stuff, I'll count it as magic.
Okay, cool.
Um,
If you don't want to, I totally understand. But
no,
hopefully
I think
gust
that makes
still
sense.
happens.
So yeah, so 19, you said
Yes.
bludgeoning,
Yes.
and then does he? So the dex save was what he fails to be pushed back.
To be pushed 20 feet.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So he's pushed back, and I'm gonna give him one more. He got a nat 1 on this save to save himself from falling out the window. So he's shoved back, and as he is, he just like fumbles his like misshapen arms as he does, and because he failed so badly, he's just shoved straight out the window, and you just see this golem disappear from sight.
I know that there are people down there, and I also don't think that. I don't know how tall are we up right now?
This
How
was a
far?
3-story building. I think each room had it's a tall tower, even still just being 3 stories. Because it's an observatory, each room or each level is probably 20 feet. So he falls probably a good 60 feet, but you can assume he probably takes no damage on that fall.
Yes. So that's
You
what
just
I
unleashed a
expect.
full.
No, that's what I expected. I wanted to separate him from the rest of the party, so I look at everybody and I say, "I'll be right back," and I jump out the window.
Great.
And that was the last we saw of Ryvar.
Get one opportunity attack
Yes,
from
I
the
do.
one that you skirted around,
Yeah.
which is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit. Yeah.
Oops.
So you take 11 lightning damage on your way out,
Okay.
and then you
I think I'm gonna be okay. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah,
And
no,
roll damage.
I was
know
gonna say,
that's
so you
damage.
had 15 of your movement to get there, another 15 to just get to the window. So you've used 30 movement to get to the window, and then
Wait,
you
well,
just
no, I
go?
was right here. So that's 5, 10,
Oh yeah, you're
and
right.
15, 20. Yeah.
Okay, so you're 20 minutes, so you've half your movement, and then you just fall.
Yeah, I just jump out after. I know.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll the damage. I know you got to do it.
Okay.
Good luck. Good luck, Duck Bean.
I love monks.
With falling, it's per 10 feet, right?
D6 per 10 feet, so it's
Okay.
66.
Jiminy Christmas.
I knew I should have used my turn to heal you.
I'm gonna be okay.
Okay.
I just need to.
I mean, there is a flesh golem.
I know, but I think I can take it.
I got it.
You know, my
Confident.
therapist said you don't always have to be okay. So.
Listen, he's trying to protect his friends right now.
Yeah, he's doing so good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that was 66. Okay, 66. So you take, wow, only 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, as a monk, I use my reaction to do slow fall, and I reduce any falling damage by 45. So I just
There you go.
I just kind of like front flip and land like on Tony Stark on the ground.
Oh my god.
And I'm ready to take
There's
on
like
this golem.
Avowed still like kind of like what this there was an earthquake not that long ago. Like they're just now getting back to like normalcy of like I don't know what just happened. So you see a couple of Avowed just like like scream that this golem just like dropped and then just like is still alive, and so they're like, what? And then you drop after of just like a superhero stance, and they're like, and they just run. They don't know what's happening. They're out of there.
Monks are crazy, dude. That's not the end of my turn. I've used my action in my movement. I'm going to use my bonus action to use one last key point to do patient defense, which means anyone who attacks me will.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn.
Jiminy Christmas. Thane, what do you got?
Follow that up.
That is either the bravest or the stupidest man I've ever seen in my life.
Porque no más those, my friend.
Oh man, I am going to. I was going to do something to heal you, but I didn't know you were going to jump out of a window. Oh man.
I don't know if I said this, but he just looks at him. I'll be right back.
The two that's there, one is almost dead, right? That's the one that we've been beating
Yes,
up
one
on.
looks very, very rough. One is untouched.
I'm going. I want to do that. What was that? 39. Yeah, sure. As an action, I'm going to cast Conjure Minor Elementals.
Okay.
And I'm going to have a minor fire elemental appear in between the two flesh golems.
Okay.
So they roll initiative, I believe. Yeah. So their initiative is going to be 9, same as mine. And they just follow my commands.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Yeah. Hot damn.
Monks
And
are
then-
insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I miss being a monk.
Everything I just did was not like it was player's handbook. None of that was anything. It was
No.
player's handbook.
And then I'm going to bonus action throw a radiant at the one that's hurt
Okay.
with my archer form.
Do it.
Dirty 20 to hit, and they take 12 points of radiant damage.
That'll do it. You throw one final bolt at this guy, and as he's like trying to collect himself and literally keep himself together, you just hit him square between the eyes, and he just crumples in like this goop of flesh.
Beautiful. Yeah, and I'm gonna stay sitting at that seat. I put another Thane down as the fire element.
Perfect. I was trying to find just a little fire thing, but I was unsuccessful. All right.
Come on, Sir Thomas.
Sir Thomas.
Come on, Sir Thomas.
All right, I run to the window and yell out, "I had it under control." And then I'm going to put my hand to my ear and think, "Binky, come in, Binky. We have a disturbance jumped out of the tower in the courtyard. Please assist the Dragonborn. Break free into the courtyard. I will take the blame if needed."
Oh, God.
Because I can communicate.
I mean, I know
up to
it
a
can't
mile away.
technically be killed, but that horse is so dead.
I just want to go out and see a dead horse in the middle of the like promenade.
Dead glowing horse.
If the guards do not let Binky go, will he attack them?
Binky, be prepared to use lethal force to get your way here.
Have to have a side encounter.
Jim was just over here rolling for this horse.
I'm just like, Okay. All right.
Because he's the horse from because he's the horse from Tangled, like smoke comes out of his ears.
Binky's having his own side quest that we'll never know about. And then I'm going to come over to this golem and attack twice.
Okay.
First attack is
You have advantage
Oh,
because of flanking.
okay. Those both hit. And I'm going to do first level Divine Smite on those. So that's 13 points of radiant damage on the first attack.
Okay.
I won't even tell you the other damage. And then second attack is a 25 to hit.
Yup.
And some more another first level Divine Smite. That's 9 radiant.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Well, it is the remaining golem's turn. All right. So our guy that just fell uses half his movement to stand up again, but won't move far after that, and will attack with disadvantage. Still with disadvantage, 23 to hit.
Okay, 23 hits.
Yeah, I rolled a 16 and
Amazing.
an 18. You take 15 lightning damage with that one.
I
And his second attack is an 11. So you miss the second attack.
You definitely if there was a mic on Ryvar, you would definitely hear it.
And then the fire elemental that you've summoned, Thane, has not attacked yet, right? It's just there.
No, it's got an initiative of 9, so I think it would. I don't know if it would go on this turn. No, it's not attacked yet.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would just go with yours, but I think the next turn it would do something.
It rolls its own initiative
Oh,
according.
okay.
to the
We'll
spell.
say it'll be next time. So since it's just there, this golem's gonna turn to Sir Thomas and attack twice.
You can't attack me, evildoer.
26 to hit.
Okay.
Just kidding, you can.
You can.
But only 9 lightning damage that time.
Okay.
And the second one is 10 to hit, so it misses. I keep this chugging along since we're getting close to time. Other one is still unconscious in a heap on the floor. Opal, your turn.
I'll turn to the one right behind me. And I'm going to just do the exact same thing I did last time. If it ain't broke. So I'm going to do a 3rd level inflict wounds. And that is, oh, I could have used the advantage this time, but it's a 10.
That still
10
hits.
hits,
Mm-hmm.
And that will be 18 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Similar to last time, you shove your hand out and hit him without issue. And from your hand, not quite as much as last time, but definitely the blackness starts to seep into his flesh and into all of the cracks of his sewn together pieces of skin. Anything else?
And nope, that's it.
And the scene. Okay, Ezra, you are up.
Okay. How bad is this one still looking? This one right here?
He's still looking pretty decent. He's got like
Pretty
a couple little
fresh?
marks, but not too bad.
Okay. I am gonna, and I didn't do this last time. So, because I just realized that Burning Hands has a 15-foot like cone.
Oh. Mhm.
So I'm not gonna do that this time. and all my freaking spells have like a range, and it's awful.
Mhm.
I oh fuck me. Okay.
Firebolt is. And at your level, isn't it like 2?
Yeah, it's 2d10. I'm just racking up those wild magics
Oh,
for
that's
funsies.
true. Yeah, I
I'm
do.
gonna go ahead.
No, that's true though. I do want you to do wild magic.
Yeah, well, I'm on 1, 2, and 3 right now. So if I
yeah.
roll 1, 2, or 3, but I'm gonna go ahead just for smarty pantsness. Gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna cast Firebolt, and that is a 14 to hit.
Yep.
Cool. Let's do 2d10. Pew, 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 pew. That is 13. But I'm gonna use one of my little special skills
Okay.
to re-roll the 3 because I have empowered spell for meta magic. So I'm gonna use 1 sorcery point to re-roll the 3, but I have to use the roll. So that makes it 16 points of damage.
All right, 3 more. Nice. Cool. He's still standing. He's looking a little rougher now, but still standing.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to go, and that's it.
Great. All right, back to the top. Ryvar.
Kind of clean up, crack my neck. I'm like, let's do this. I suck in. And I'm gonna use my breath weapon. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw as I breathe fire in his face.
Well, that's a 9.
That is a failure. And that is 11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
I am then going to use. Amazing. Another key point. I'm down to 1. And I'm going to use Fury of Blows for bonus action unarmed strikes. And I do have the ability. I got it. The key empowered strikes. Your unarmed strikes act as magical attacks for the purposes of.
Nice.
So first attack is a natural 1. The second attack is a 2, but it's +9, so 11.
Yes, that would go.
So that is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage, but it is. And that's the end of my turn.
All right. Mark that damage. Oops. I'll put 16 instead of 6. Okay. As you guys, as that happens outside that you don't see, what those are still in the tower do see, coming running up the stairs, you see a short dwarf with a gray beard come running up with 3 more custodians behind him.
Oh my god.
Running up the stairs, and this dwarf at the front just yells, "What in the heck is going on?"
Is it Stonky?
We'll find out, I guess. Let me get him out here.
I still look like I.
Oh, his name is 100% Stomp.
I still look like a custodian, also. Just for what it's worth.
How long does that
but
last?
It's an hour.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Noted. So our wrong thing. Wrong layer. So our friend comes running up the stairs behind you, Ezra, and
oh, they're bad. You're
I'll add
bad.
him. Get out of here. Let me just get these on our turn order with their respective ones. Shaboop.
Boop.
Shaboopy. Shaboopy. So he, as he yells, "What the heck is going on here?" As he comes running up the stairs, he sees one, Thane's still in the seat, and immediately anger, just pure anger crosses his face, and he sees one of the golems there, and he just turns to the closest person that he can see, and he will cast something on you. You see him mutter some words, do some hand motion, and Ezra, I need you
Nah.
to make a charisma saving throw.
You're good at those.
Yes, a charisma saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, Ezra. Let's go.
I'm gonna, just for added measure, it's a dirty 20 because I used my bend luck reaction also to use 2 sorcery points to add a d4. So I got dirty 20.
Okay. You feel the spell start to creep through you and then fade. Whatever effect would have happened does not.
You can't get me. I'm one of you.
Ezra is nigh unconvinced.
Okay.
And that's all he will do for that. But we'll say one of these other cultists can kind of come up next to him since he is a dwarf, and I think one of them are a small creature as well. I gotta remember. I can't find it right now, but I think one of them's a halfling, if I remember correctly. So we'll say one, but not all of them can kind of get up next to Stonky. Spoilers.
Stonky.
I mean, I assume you see it in the initiative, so
I don't actually.
Oh, really?
No.
You
Yeah,
guys
we
don't
only
see them?
only
I
see
think you
ours.
can see your name. You can only
My
see your
name.
name.
Interesting.
Fucking stonky.
Anyway, so one of
Donko
them will
versus
come up to you, Ezra, and take out a
Jesus.
dagger and try to stab you twice.
The stabby.
Ouchie.
The first one is a 17 to hit.
That hits. I am
And
soft.
the next one is a 19 to hit.
That also hits.
But they're just daggers. So the first one does 6 piercing. Next one does 3 piercing.
Okay.
The 2 behind him will I forget that I have spellcasters. So the 2 behind him will actually also do some hand motions, mutter some things, and Ezra, I'm gonna need you to make some saving throws again. This time a wisdom.
But I am one of you, I screamed.
A specifically nondescript one.
Right.
You said a wisdom.
This time wisdom.
Just 1 or 2.
We'll see if you're successful in the first one.
That is an 18.
That's success. Go ahead and give it to you one more time.
Come on, Ezra!
That is a 12.
Ooh.
That still saves.
Hey!
So
only
you
Ryvar
once
was
again
here.
feel some sort of magic trying to hit you, and neither of them take effect. You just like buff up, and you can tell that they're like, "Oh God, nothing we did just worked." So they're a little freaked out that
Nice.
nothing they did just worked.
Crazy
Can
Ezra.
is it a bonus action to drop disguise self, or can I do that as a reaction?
I would say you could do it as a reaction. For
So
this?
I'm taking like as I'm just like forcing away this magic.
Mhm.
I start dropping disguise self, and my scar starts coming back, and my streak
Yes.
starts coming back, and my
Yeah.
eye changes, and I'm just like, no, stop.
Dope.
Amazing. All right. With their turns done, Thane, it is your turn.
Could my fire elemental go before me? We have the same dex.
Are they very dexterous?
we have the same dex. We have a 16 dex.
Okay, then yes.
Rising.
Yeah, if it's the same dex, sure.
It's a he, I guess. They will walk into the same space as the flesh golem.
Mhm.
And they will take 1d10 of fire damage.
Okay.
So they take 9 points of fire damage.
Wow, nice.
And then it is now on fire. And unless it takes its action or somebody else takes an action, it takes another d10 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Wow.
And then he's going to attack twice. So that was just his movement.
Mhm.
Nice.
+5. So it's a 16 and a 14 to hit.
Both hit.
That's 1d6 each. I rolled a 6 and a 5, so that's 11 plus 4 is 15 points of fire damage.
Nice.
And they are on fire 2 more times, but I don't think that damage stacks.
Yeah.
So they're just on fire.
Yeah, they're
They're on
still on
double
fire.
fire.
Definitely on fire.
And then that's just going to be its turn.
Yep.
So it's on Flesh Golem, but I don't think it's going to matter because I think it's about to be dropped. Can I see the people behind me? Can I see Stonky and the boys?
Talking of the boy.
Yeah, well, you heard him run in, and
Sorry,
they're
Ryvar.
basically at the top of the stairs. You probably can't see 2 of the custodians. You can probably see Stonky and the one behind him.
But I can like see down the stairs, and or can I, if I move?
Yeah,
can
it's
I
like
get-
if you imagine like the stairs kind of descending into the floor and down. It's not like
Do you
a
see their
big grand
heads?
staircase. It's just like, yeah, so you can see like kind of the top of their heads, and that's about it.
I am
They got pretty
going
much
to
to the top.
cast. I'll kind of move to the top of the stairs, so I'll kind of climb down over here. I'm
Okay.
gonna cast. I'll go behind us so I can get a really good look at the stairs. I am going to cast Wall of Fire.
Okay.
Because fuck Stonky. I want to try to like pin them, like make it go across in front of them, in between Ezra and Stonky, like on top of Stonky, and go like down the stairs. If I can like try to corral them in, it could be 20 feet long.
How tall can it be?
60 feet long, up to 20 feet high.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I would say in that short amount of time, you can basically say it like the height of it kind of disappears into the stairs for a minute and then kind of heads down, and 20 feet is plenty long enough to get kind of that cube area.
Cool. So then they each have to, when it appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Stonky fails.
It's
Let's
a
fail. What's cock?
17 DC.
Okay, that one. Middle one succeeds. Middle one succeeds. So the first 2 fail, and the last 2 succeed.
So that is 5d8. Seven. I rolled 3 7s and 8 and
Wow.
1. So 21, 29, 30 points of fire damage.
All right.
And then I get to choose a side of the wall that is like
still
with them.
burning.
Yeah, so it'd be them towards them.
Okay.
And then they have to take
And it's half damage if you succeed, or no
half damage if you succeed, yes.
Okay, so they'll take 15.
The one side of the wall selected by you when you cast a spell deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side of or inside the wall.
Great.
They're gonna just kind of probably cook them in there.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, so this wall of fire just explodes down the stairs. The first two getting the full brunt of it. The next two kind of seeing as it's climbing down the stairs, able to get out of the way, but not fully out of the way. The custodian behind Stonky is looking rough, like burned and scarred. Hair is all gone. Very rough. Stonky's looking pretty hurt, and the two behind him are looking pretty hurt. But one is very sad looking.
They can walk through it, so it's not like blocking them.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they just take damage when they walk.
Noted. All right. Anything else, Thane? That was a
No,
hell of a
that's
turn.
That's
All right. Sir Thomas.
Can I get eyesight on Stonky and these other custodians with this firewall? Is it possible to get to like?
If-
It's opaque,
It is opaque.
not able to be seen through. I just had to Google opaque. Yes.
Okay, so I probably
So
can't
you
see
can't.
them.
So yeah, the way the wall is basically covering them. So if they want to continue up the stairs, they have to go through it. So you cannot see them anymore.
All right, I'm going to attack this flesh golem 2 more times.
Do it.
I see Sir Thomas.
First attack, that's a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
First level divine smites, 7 radiant.
Okay.
It's my
Still standing.
Last first level spell. Second attack is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
This is a second level divine smite now.
Nice.
And that's 8 radiant.
Nice. As you come in with your 2 swipes, you get like almost like right in the side of it, just breaking apart its torso enough with the burning radiant damage that it's like lopsided now and can't really hold itself up all the way. And so then having this part of their clavicle exposed, you just bring down one final swipe and the radiant damage just sears through and almost like they meet in the middle of the torso.
Yes.
And he's just and just collapses to the ground.
Sir Thomas.
Sir Thomas?
Aha!
I grab my holy symbol and I say, I did this for you, Tyr. I bow just to nobody.
Great.
He does this every time he kills somebody.
Every
Yep.
Honestly, it's gotten him hurt more than.
Yeah.
He's bowed into a
He's
sword.
taken all this time of just like, this is for this and just do it.
Tyr, I will accept the advantage on my prone body while I split.
Anything else for you?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, now it is the golem's turn. All right, since the ones up here are basically dead, I only have Ryvar.
Hit me with your best shot.
That's a 16.
Misses.
No way.
18 to hit.
Just.
Wow. So that is 16 points of fire damage.
Ooh,
Not
doggy.
fire, lightning is what I meant to say.
Ooh, doggy. Right.
And that is all he will do. And it is Opal's turn.
Okay.
Ryvar's definitely looking a little.
Well, no one can see you, so no one knows
No, I
that.
know. Yeah. For the
I'm sure
audience.
Ryvar's fine.
He's great. He's got it. He said he would. He'd be right back.
I've seen him jump out of a tower.
Okay, I am going to first.
Got a healing word.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna use
Just yell
healing word.
out the window.
I think I am.
Doing great.
I'm gonna go over to the window.
Okay.
To the window. Boop. And I'm gonna cast healing word.
Okay.
So get a D4. Let's see. D4 plus 4. Let's see what you got. Oh, that's just, it's gonna be 5.
Hey, better than nothing.
And that's a bonus action. So I will use a cantrip, I think. To do something. Definitely I'm going to do something with it.
Definitely something.
Definitely something. Would I be able to get close enough to here to be like within 5 feet, but not hurt myself on the fire?
That side of the wall doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, well, if you're on the side of the wall that doesn't hurt you, you can't see them also.
Okay.
Like, I think because of the way, like I said, that the stairs kind of descend into the floor, if you kind of come to that
Uh-huh.
side, you might be able to see kind of like more closer to Stonky in that first person. Like, if you kind of go to the side of the wall and like look down, you can kind of see
Yeah.
the top of their heads, but you would have to like be right up there, which is getting a little closer to the side that would burn you.
Okay, can I retcon just a little bit and say on my way over to the window, I stopped by, who's looking the worst right now of us?
Ryvar.
Ryvar, well, I can't do any, I've already done what I can do here. So I will stop by Thane and just give him a pat on the back as I go and cast resistance. So you get a D4 to 1 saving throw of your choice.
Cool. Thank you.
And that's what I'm going to do.
So
Okay,
That's all.
cool. Ezra.
Okay. Okay. So I can't see these little bad boys, but I know that they're on the steps.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I should be able to just focus in knowing like the curve of the steps since we came up here. And 15 foot like 15, not radius, 15 foot.
A cone.
Oh, is it 15 feet around? Like I am the center point and it's a cube.
If it says radius, yes. If it's a cone, it's usually out.
Yeah, so it is man, spells have so many rules. It says range is self, area is 15 feet.
so from you, it is.
Yeah,
So it's not expanding around me.
it is.
It depends on what it is.
What
Well,
spell are
it's
yeah.
Thunder Wave, so I wanted to like.
I think
Thunder
that's
Wave-
you out.
Yeah, Thunderwave
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
it's
okay.
starts at you.
So it would hit Thane as well.
Okay, it would hit Thane.
Mm-hmm. I think
Go for it.
Sir
Wait,
Thomas.
where's
Wait, why would it hit Thane?
Wait, isn't it?
It's
it's
you're
going
right behind
out.
him.
15-foot cube originating from you.
If you I will just say the writers of Wizard Coast have spoken on this on Twitter. It is a 15-foot cube that starts from a point like from you and moves outward, or else the,
Okay.
or else the spell is useless.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
it's not. I'm not directing it at. Okay.
Well, no, you are.
So
It's
then,
just
You are
not-
directing
it's just not behind
Yeah,
you.
you're just
It's
directing
not
it
all
forward
around
towards...
you. It's just
I'm gonna cast lightning bolt. Because that is so
these
this is
creatures
why
have a lot of lightning.
All
well,
those-
I'm
all of
casting
are dead.
them. I'm casting them at Stonky and.
Oh, you're right.
the
You're right.
cultist. And I'm gonna cast it
Oh,
at
shit.
3rd level.
Jesus Christ, these guys are fried.
And that goes up to 100 feet. So I'm just gonna look at them and I'm just gonna say, "You guys are really mean," and cast lightning bolt. And they have to make dexterity saving throws.
I guess you don't have to technically have eyesight on.
Yeah, you're just in that direction.
Bounces around the stairwell.
Dexterity. Okay, what's the save on it?
It is gonna be a 14.
All right. Stonky and the one at the back of the group succeed,
Not make a
Wow.
It's donkey.
and the other 2 fail.
Okay. So that means that it's 8d6. So the ones that failed take 24 points of damage. and the ones that succeeded take 12 points of damage. And I rolled a 3 on the wild magic table. So
Amazing. Go ahead and give me a percentage roll.
Oh my god, we're about to just be in a completely different fight now.
so I literally narratively just said, "You guys are really mean," and then something's gonna happen. 57.
Hold on
Sounds
one
good.
second. Marking
I
this
have
damage.
it. Oh no.
Where did it go?
What? Okay.
I had it up. Here, I'll just look it up again. Wild magic. Is it 57?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
So you read it, so you know what that
Yep.
means. I'm gonna keep it a
Cool.
secret to everybody else.
Yeah,
That sounds
okay.
fun.
Don't anyone look at the wild magic table.
Yeah, so nothing outwardly happens, but you
I just
accept the
smirk
fact.
to myself and I look back at Thane and I'm like, Yeah.
Good job.
I have a feeling I should not have left.
donkey biscuit for the win.
You're just hearing like explosions and
know.
lightning bolt and flames and
Okay. You hit the lightning. You don't know what happened, because everything is not visible to you. But you shoot your lightning blast down the stairs, and you do hear like it hit some people, maybe all of them.
Yeah,
And that's all.
cool.
Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Seth Rogen.
All right, Ryvar.
All right, how's this guy looking?
Unfortunately, not too bad.
Okay, all right.
He's. If I had to put a number to it, I would say half.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to spend my last key point, use Step of the Wind, so that I can disengage on a bonus action.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use my level 9 monk ability,
Yes.
which is unarmored movement improvement. And I'm going to
Yes.
look at the guy and I'm going to say, "I'll be right back." And I look and I just kind of back up and I sprint directly up the wall, because at 9th level I can move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on my turn without falling during. And so I use my full movement and then action to dash to move 90 feet up, which is taller than the tower itself.
Yep.
And I jump and I get right into the window and I look and I say, "Can someone heal me? I'm having some trouble down there." And that's the end of my turn.
Great. So we're saying you're back in the window. You said that.
Oh my
There we
god.
are. All right.
Hope that
Thane,
column doesn't
what
kill people in the meantime.
level of what level was the firewall?
Why does it matter?
I'm just
level
curious.
4, 4th level.
Okay. All right. Where did my tab go?
All right.
Where's my dude? There he is. Okay. DC. Okay. All right. So you can't see it, but all of
Damn
a
it.
sudden you see the wall of fire just
Damn it.
disappear.
All right. He may take the damage at the start of his turn.
Oh yeah, was
Let
it
me
the
look.
start or end of the turn?
One side of the wall, 5 damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet, that side or inside the wall.
And
When it enters the wall for the first time. Yeah,
Ooh.
end of the turn.
Okay. So yeah. So you all see the fire just dispel. I didn't even mean to do that. Disappear. And Stonky is standing there, looking very upset at all
I'm
of
just
you.
pointing at Ezra.
And he kind of looks back, and now that the wall is down, you can see that 2 out of the 3 people that were behind him are on the ground, and the one at the very back of the group looks very hurt. So he kind of looks
I
back
left for 6 seconds.
and looks forward. and it's just like, and he's just like looking around panicked, like, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do? And that's the end of his turn. And the last guy at the bottom, seeing Stonky still there, will try we'll cast spiritual weapon. So Ezra, next to you, since you are still the one that is the most seen, you see this like basically like a pitchfork that like farmers use to like throw hay bales
Yeah.
that just like appears next to you and takes a stab
Ah,
at you.
oh my god.
Is it? Sorry, I'm reading spells. I forgot
I
I had to
remember
do
the 90s
spells.
show Gargoyle.
Yeah.
I like to
Dungeons
think that
and
that's what
Dragons.
the side of the tower looks right now is like the
Yeah.
Dragonborn's clawed feet, like
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my
Amazing.
god.
Let's see. All right, does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, hey.
And you
I'm
take
raining.
I'm 15, so
8 points of force damage.
ow! Again,
This
I say.
Unconscious.
No, I'm
Stabs
very
at
much
you.
alive.
I know. I think. Other than
No,
you,
I'm at 46 of 65.
I'm at
All right,
9.
Thane. It's your turn again.
I'm not gonna firewall again. Although I do want to, but that was really cool.
That was dope.
That touch? No, it's 30 feet. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like that I just don't like Stonky. I really hate Stonky. I am
Who
going
wants to send the books to the stars?
I love the stars though. That's a good point. Should I be fighting you guys?
You don't want the books in the
Plot
stars,
twist.
though.
I want to be in the stars. No, I
I
will.
want to be where the stonky
Stars
stars
are.
I will cast.
Yeah, but don't you want to be the first in?
I will
Ooh.
cast Blight, my last 4th level spell. See within range. They make a Constitution saving throw.
Come on,
Okay.
fail.
If I take a reaction, does that have to not be on my turn? Do you know?
I would guess so, but I don't know if that's like an actual like rule.
On your turn or someone else's.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Actually,
use my
yes.
reaction to give him a minus D6 from his
Okay.
save.
On Stonky.
On Stonky, yeah.
Okay. Well, he rolled
so
a nat
3.
1, so.
Oh, dude, he's so dead. He's gotta be.
He takes 8d6.
Oh.
Oh no, 8. I'm sorry, 8d8
Lights him.
necrotic damage.
What level spell?
Does he happen to be a plant?
Plot twist. Yes, he is. He's actually an animated plant that put on clothes.
See, I'm glad you asked.
So 15, 19, 22, 27 plus another 3, so 27. 32, 33, 35 points of necrotic damage.
Wowzers.
Oh.
The like soul and life of Stonky leaves his body. Like you could almost see it, of just like it's just
Giving him a
sucked
double bird.
out of him, and he
Close the window, close the window.
Hi.
on the stairs, and kind of because it's so aggressive and abrupt, he kind of like starts to fall down the stairs a little bit until he kind of runs into the other custodians' bodies, and now you kind of have a pile of Stonky and 2 people on the stairs directly in front of the single one that is still alive.
Can I see that guy?
Yeah.
Like, is he within 30 feet of me, would you say, with those stairs?
Yeah, I would say so. He's basically
Then I'm gonna
at the bottom
shoot him
now.
as with my bonus action.
okay.
30, 20.
Yeah.
And then you take 11 points of radiant damage.
He just falls forward onto the pile as like the last thing.
Yes.
And I would say, tell me how you do it, but there's still one alive. It's
Oh my god,
technically
I
not
forgot
the
about that other
end.
guy.
Sorry.
I'll use my movement to run as far towards the window as I can. I'll be like, right
Okay.
here. And that's my turn.
Okay. So Thomas.
I look at I'm gonna run past and jump out the window.
I'm perched in the window.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Tackle him out the window.
I communicate to Binky, catch me, Binky. Even though probably not enough time, 6 seconds.
It's been like 12 seconds.
And I will say I have been rolling and Binky might not be there.
Oh, Binky, come in.
Someone's gonna have to recast Feinstein.
I'll go up to Ryvar in the window and say, you know what? I was gonna jump out of this window and
You can if you want. I'll move.
Okay, thank you.
I
Can you
just
move?
moved to the side.
Jump out. I will slay this flesh golem.
Okay.
I assume I crumple to the ground.
I mean, you take 66 damage.
Yeah.
I just remember when Sir Thomas jumped out of a window and just died.
I think you see on Ryvar's face just like he didn't expect him to actually do it. Like he thought he was joking.
You take 17 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Easy. Done. And then I'm going to attack this flesh golem twice.
Okay. Well,
First
Flesh Golem like is standing there, kind of looking up, of like, oh, and then he sees you, and he's like,
Oh, jeez. I've got to get down there. Someone please heal me.
I will strike thee down with great vengeance and furious anger.
Yep.
I rolled a 2, but that hits still.
yeah, because it would have hit.
Second level divine smite.
Okay.
That's 14 radiant.
Okay.
Then one more attack. 5, but that still hits. And then one more second level divine smite, my last one, for 8 radiant.
He's still standing. Anything
Okay.
else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. This fight. Wow. Okay. The Golem is going to gear up, and now that you're here, a very confused look on his face, despite being a Golem, of just like, what? But he just attacks you.
Let's see him try.
That would be a 25 to hit.
Okay.
Second one misses, so you only take 17 lightning damage.
I feel like he's horrible to remember.
What? All right, I'm still
Breaks
up.
his kneecaps and cuts the
like,
and that's all he's gonna do because he's the only one left. Opal.
All right. Let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna make the rest of the way to the window.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna hop out the window.
Great.
I'm going to use my 1 5th level spell slot, and I'm gonna cast a 5th level guiding bolt. And I'm gonna try to end this dude.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a 10 to hit.
Woohoo.
And this is a pretty good roll. 34 points of radiant damage.
Pretty
Nice.
good.
Nice.
I was like,
Wow.
6, 6, 6. Okay, we can
Oh,
do this.
devil.
How would you
There were
like
4 6s.
Woo!
to end this battle?
I want to just whoever's like in front of me at the window kind of
I'm
push aside and
perched
say,
at the window.
okay, I'm gonna kind of push you inside.
Hey, what did he do? What? I'm not.
Why do I have to do everything around here? And then just like sort of put my hand out and say, hopefully this does it. and then cast the guiding bolt.
The famous magic words.
Uh-huh.
Opal's
and as you
famous
do,
line.
it fires
Hopefully
down.
this doesn't.
And Sir Thomas, as you're like kind of reeling back from just getting attacked, you just see this guiding bolt go straight to the top of this golem's head and just course through his whole body, and it convulses and he falls to the ground.
I look to the sky. Tyr, is that you?
Good job,
say,
Sir
yes.
Thomas.
Wow.
All right.
Actually, I say, no, it's Agma.
Oh.
Gonna really fuck with his head.
You see Sir Thomas like look around, like pace a few times, like what's going on?
Gallent, get up here.
Can I use-
run back up the stairs.
Watch out for the dead bodies.
Okay.
Run back up to 3
Um,
levels.
Yeah, I was like,
In full plate armor.
Yeah, I check on those. I check on those 2 custodians from the first room that were just unconscious. Are they like just still there?
Oh, all of those guys are dead. You see no breathing, nothing. They're dead,
Oh.
dead.
Great.
Can I?
It takes you probably a good 30 seconds to a minute to actually get up those flights of stairs in full plate armor.
Should we wait for Sir Thomas before we start talking? We should probably-
Yeah, while they're waiting, can I look at this telescope? Can I like open the roof and like look out? And
If anybody's getting
telescope?
first look in this telescope.
I mean, it's still daylight. You started this in the morning. It's probably been a good almost probably close to an hour since you had the guy die and then the earthquake and everything. So like it's still morning. You can look out the
What is
telescope
this
if you want,
telescope
but
made out of?
metal
Oh,
Telescope.
okay, never mind.
telescope stuff.
Telescope stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, you could take the time to try to figure out how it opens and all of that if you really want to. But
I mean, we're here. We might as well.
okay, give me an intelligence check.
Being a sage astronomer, can I get
Well,
your
no.
advantage?
I don't open it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I got
As soon as
Okay.
Sir Thomas gets up the stairs, I look over at him and I say, "You need to go get Tellus and a squadron of guards."
Damn it.
What was that?
Oh my
You start
god.
heading down the stairs.
No, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, I run downstairs to get them.
Okay. As you get to the bottom of the stairs, just in the distance, you see Binky running towards you.
Yes.
Binky, come here, my boy.
I'm glad I'm not down
And
there
he's
for this.
running
Binky,
like slow
wake up!
motion.
It's
The,
always
like-
weird how they greet each other.
It's so weird how they greet each other, and
Why are
they
they
do it every
kissing on the
time.
mouth?
Okay.
It's real weird.
We're always deciding stuff for Matt's characters.
I'm an animal and I find it weird.
Give me a big old smooch, Binky.
Honestly, 3 of us are animals. You'd think that he would have a little bit more tact.
Right.
It'll probably take a good 5 to 10 minutes at least for Tellus and anyone to
Yeah.
get there as Binky and Sir Thomas go and try to find them.
Binky and Sir Thomas.
Do you guys do anything,
I
try
wanna-
anything?
I want to try to open the roof.
Okay, give me an intelligence check.
I am just specifically looking to see if there's any kind of like documentation or anything that talks about like what their plans were, or if there are any other wars. I'm looking for like documents.
Are you searching the room or the people?
I'm gonna search Stonky's.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
I will search the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a 10? Okay.
Oh, he's so. It's disgusting.
And
Fair.
Opal, what did you get for the
Donkey.
room?
I got a 21.
Wow.
Killing
Okay.
it.
I'll say even with a 10, as you search Stonky's body, you can find various papers and things on him. He has a little notebook, like a very tiny notebook stuffed into kind of the inside pocket of his jacket. So it's not much, and you can find some gold pieces. He doesn't have any weapons on him, but you do find like a couple of pieces of paper and a journal as well. One paper is a to-do list that has some things marked off and some things not. A one paper is just kind of a assortment of words that at the time don't really make sense to you. Besides the fact that it seems to say abort, delay, and blast off, but they're associated with coop, shed, and stable, and that at the current moment is a question mark for you. And his journal is a journal. So if you delve into that, but just opening it, it's dated and whatnot. So it's just his journal. Opal, as you search the room, you don't find much around the telescope. All of the attention of the room is mainly on this telescope. You look a little bit more at this steering wheel, and there's almost a make sure I see this right. You look a little closer at the wheel that's there, and it's very much a steering wheel. It's connected to the telescope somehow, but then also branches out elsewhere, clearly steering something. You're not exactly sure what. The lever that's next to it has a ruby on the top of it, and is currently pushed to the forward position. You can also, with that high of a roll, notice that there are runes on this ruby as well, etched into the ruby itself. And the important thing that you find is at the kind of bottom part of this lever, there are some words written into kind of the 3 slots that likely this lever could be moved to. One says coop, one says shed, one says stable.
Oh.
I would point this out to everyone.
What's
Do these words mean anything to anyone?
Yes.
should we?
Did anyone
should
happen
I-
to
should I
search a
flip this-
body and
should
find
I
anything
flip
with
this
these
lever?
words on
Should
it?
Go. Document. And
I know.
you said abort, delay, and what? Launch?
Blast
Blast
off.
off.
Abort,
Which one's
delay,
blast
and
off?
blast off?
Mm-hmm.
And which one is blast off?
It's currently stable, which is where it is, the forward position.
Oh,
Is there any other
Anyone?
thing that could? What do I look at? What's on the to-do list? Have I looked at?
The to-do list. Gotta scroll to a different spot. Says the 7 steps to success. It says test rockets. That's crossed off. Separate barn door from the foundation. That's crossed off.
okay.
Set correct coordinates. Crossed off. Set countdown timer for 60 minutes. That's crossed off.
Oh.
Evacuate under level is not crossed off. Tie self to command chair, not crossed off. And blast.
Myself.
Can I try to start tying myself to the command chair?
No, you don't.
Sure.
You don't know
There
that.
are
Is that
you
read
don't
out
know
loud?
the
Is that
document.
read out loud?
That is not read out loud.
That's
no.
true. That's true.
Does
What's
it look?
it
And I will
Does
say,
it-
so the 3 words are connected to each other word. I don't know if I explained that well, but
Yeah, you did.
abort. Okay, I just want to make
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So if it's already. Can the lever be pushed down?
It can be pulled back into those 2 other positions.
But it can't be moved any other way other than the other position.
Nope, it's a single channel, and it can be pulled. It's it's got little side latches, so you have to kind of pull it over and then lock it into one of those 3 positions, but that's the only way to move it.
What's that say, Ryvar?
It says things. I move it to delay.
Okay.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Nothing
And
seems
then
to
I move
happen.
it back to blast off.
Nothing seems to happen.
Okay, it says that you should be able to blast it off, but you can't. And then, now I hand the documents over. Now that I feel like it's
What says there's a 60-minute timer?
full.
So I think it's gonna blast off after 60 minutes.
Well,
We
then
should
where's?
probably abort, right?
I don't know.
I don't think we should. I think we should strap
We just
in.
killed them all to stop this.
Yeah, we
But
did.
is there a reason why?
Oh my god, you guys.
I'm gonna
Don't leave
I'm gonna
without
start
me.
strapping myself in. I'm fully putting the straps. I'm
Okay.
Ryvar, please.
And they're
please
there. They're
Back me up.
easy straps that you can just
Can I help?
latch yourself into.
I take the lever and I put it into abort.
Okay.
And what's the lever made out of?
It's just a metal lever. It does have that ruby on the top, but other than that, it's just like a thin
I mean, if you're doing
metal
what I think
pole.
you're doing,
I try to.
I would definitely try to fight.
I use my elemental attunement to heat the metal of the leather, and I try to break off the lever.
Okay, so the lever itself.
Yeah, I put it
You
into a
break
board
it?
and I try to break it off. Yeah.
Okay. Give me you're trying to stop him though?
100%. I've
Okay.
never wanted anything more in my life than to see this tower fucking fly into the air.
But you don't know what
Okay,
I'm
give
doing though. You
me-
just see me moving it. I get it though. It's fine.
I know.
I mean,
you
moving
do
it away
Ryvar.
from blast off, I would say, is enough to
I
like.
get it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Athletics
So
checks?
before you can break it, give me contested strength of like moving it out of position.
+0. I'm gonna use my reaction to give him a minus T6.
Isn't that on saving throws?
I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I got an 8.
I got a 10. I was ready to lose. Okay, and then yeah, I try to break it off the left.
Okay, give me a strength check.
The dexterous guy. 15.
Okay, it wasn't. I mean, it's just a metal pole, so you don't really like
Yes.
snap it off,
Uh-huh.
but you can kind of like bend it to the part, but you have to kind of bend it back and bend it and bend it and bend it, and so it doesn't like quick snap. You just have to kind of like in the awkwardest way of like jiggling it around to the point of it like just is twisted enough that it snaps kind of near the base.
The responsible thing to do.
You're a real jerk.
It is. I'm
Ryvar.
proud of you.
I just saved your life, maybe.
If this is how I would have went out, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Well, it could have also killed many people. What if the tower
you know how many-
landed onto the city and killed thousands of people?
Do you know what if I would have went to the moon?
What if
And
only
died on the
counts
moon.
We would
in
have missed you.
horseshoes and hand grenades, my friend?
Oh. My dad used to say
And
that.
you went to abort or delay.
I went to abort and then
That's what I thought. Just want to make sure. Okay.
You said that there was a journal.
yeah, I didn't show that though.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
I did
shine a
never,
light
like-
through my constellation thing. Just look at it and say one day.
I feel so bad. But
Okay, so after a couple minutes, you hear some commotion downstairs, and Sir Thomas has returned with Tellus in tow, and a couple of avowed as well as some other great readers to investigate and help. Unless you want to do something specific as you exit, I would say they basically take over from here.
I
deal
give
with the
Tellus,
bodies.
I give Tellus the journal. Learn what you
Okay.
can.
She thanks you and motions to the avowed, who aren't used to this, so very uncomfortably dealing with like bodies and these fleshy golem things, and they're just like very uneasy about the whole situation, but do what they're told, start getting to work, all of that.
I look at Thane.
We use this telescope once you guys clean it up.
As long as we can clear this entire place and deem it safe, I don't
I
see
can
why
help with
not.
that. All right, cool. All right.
Thane, first one down. 2 platinum. I jump
Can
out the
I
window.
raise 2?
And he takes off running.
Ball of
with
fire.
Ezra in tow, trying to
Yeah, I
keep up.
run after them.
Tell us pretty convenient that my horse was here. So, just as my advice in future scenarios, it'd be nice if animals were allowed inside of the library grounds.
I don't think that's going to happen.
One second, I turn around. Tyr, please guide me in my next action. I turn back around. What do you think now?
Guidance.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yes.
With a D4.
Oh my gosh. With a D4.
Oh no.
That's a
I will guide you, my child.
27.
Oh my god.
Tyr Tellus crosses her arms and looks at you. I'll consider it.
I give Binky a big kiss.
Ugh.
Roll to
Oh
turn
my
Tellus
around.
is
God.
just okay. Well, I
'Cause
think we
that's
can handle
canon.
it from here. Like I said, thank you as always. If you would like to stay another night, I know you were on your way out, but we should let them get to it, please. Let's go.
Please.
And
We need to give Sir Thomas needs the room. All right, let's get out of here.
not
So
that,
glad
no,
Ryvar
not
jumped out
that.
the window.
And Tellus ushers you out of the barn door, and back out into the court of air again, kind of like, okay, you've caused a lot. Let's get out of the library area, like, you know. Still thankful for what you've done, but it was a lot. And as the investigation continues, you do learn that, because Tellus will follow up with you,
Tell us,
or
tell
you will
us.
ask
Tell
later
us, tell us.
if you stay a little bit longer. But the custodial team had a chip on their shoulder at the way that the entire Great Library was being handled, and believed that they weren't protecting the books. They were not doing right by the treasures that the Great Library held. And Stonky, as the leader of them, decided that once he found this Candlekeep Dekonstruktion book and learned that the barn door was a literal rocket ship, that he was going to take what books he could and take them to space for safety, so that no one could touch these books and they would be
Idiot.
safe in the stars.
That sounds so reasonable.
Idiot.
If we would have known that going in,
I mean,
And you
three,
learned that-
3 days later, Thane and Ryvar are still arguing about this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I could be up there right now,
Your
Ryvar.
life
The
was
entire
saved.
journey And I will say, there was information if this rocket had launched, and I was very curious if you guys were going to get there in time. There was, with my calculations, between 9 and 5 minutes before launch.
Oh my
God, I
god.
love
So
that bit.
you were cutting it pretty close.
We could have just been
Would have
waiting
been
for.
bad. Would
Wow.
have been
It
bad.
would have been
And
bad.
along those
Yeah.
lines, it says that if it launched, any creature basically in the immediate area and beyond would have taken 24 D10 fire
Dumbass.
damage.
Yeah, but what would have happened to me is
Oh, you guys would have been launched, and I would have had to figure out another campaign
Perfect.
story.
That'd be great. I'm gone.
I was not ready for that.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine?
Wow.
Wow.
Thanks,
Sounds good.
JMO.
Yeah.
That was so
That
fun.
was a lot
fun.
of JMO.
Good job.
Sorry that I had
didn't get to do
to.
my wild magic.
What was it?
Oh yeah.
It said for the next minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flames. So
Holy
Oh
shit.
my God.
when I was like, what are those papers?
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't give them to you then. That's so funny. I'm
gosh.
sorry I had to suscept you to a level 9 monk, JMO. It has to happen to
That was
everybody at some
fun,
point.
but crazy.
It's true. I was
Crazy
honestly
girl.
more concerned with the steed that was going to fight some guards and head over. So
Yeah.
Well, thank you, JMO. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
You're the best. We will continue to do Candlekeep sessions, so stay tuned to our socials for those. And then this coming Sunday, we have the continuation of the Tearoth campaign with maybe everybody. And then stay tuned to us rest of everything.
And as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.